We go.
Can
Yeah,
you hear that?
yeah, we hear that now. Lord have mercy.
No, I'm okay. Tell me, make sure you can't hear it now.
Remember,
Can you still hear it?
we live now. So watch what you say. Wait.
Oh, we live?
Yeah, we.
I bet.
Well,
Can you hear the keyboard?
I can't hear the key. I just hear. I hear you tickling the ivories. I don't hear
Okay,
no. I
but
don't hear no
now you'll be
notes.
able to hear it. Hold up. Do you hear it now?
Here we go. Play some of that. Play us in, man. Play us in with some KP originals. But I need something in my life right now. I need some prayer, folks. Today, huh? I don't know if y'all saw the stream a few minutes ago with Garfield Bright. Shouts out there, and
Oh, I'm nervous now. You got David Hunt up in here.
he gonna pull out his keyboards too. My goodness, today has been an amazing day in terms of
At all.
Sing it, son. Sing it.
It was love at first sight. I know. I don't know the words to that.
All you need to know is the keys. All you need to know is the chord, and that'll get you through.
My guy lives down the street from you. Well, not down the street. He's in California, L.A. Okay. He's in L.A. Mike City. Mike City did that song.
Down the street, you in Philly, man? Huh? Talk to me though, brother. Good to see you again. On another one, but my goodness, that Garfield Bright and the way we were able to bring you on, way we were able to bring the man Cliff on. Oof.
If y'all didn't see it, ladies and gentlemen, James Hicks is the man. He had Garfield on. And if I
boy, I was in here.
He got connect, y'all. He got connect. Yeah. All right. He like Stringer Bell. He got connect.
I'm gonna leave that alone. Listen,
they were like, "Oh, he that kind of connect."
You know, like okay, we understand that. We get you now. We get that. We get that. Listen, man, we just trying to be in the right places at the right time. We gonna turn these lemons into we gonna make some lemonade. Good night, boy, and to have y'all chopping up and then talking about commonalities and talking about dropping off the Philly sound, talking about things and Big Willie, talking about the OJ, talking about just stuff like that. Man, that was
You the connect, man. You are the connect. I'm feeling you, man. You the connect.
Recognize. Tell somebody something. Let somebody know. I had Shure on today. We were talking about microphones, and I had them on, so we got into that.
See, I was working. I missed all that.
Somebody got to work, right? I know. Hopefully, my management wasn't watching earlier today because today was preoccupied with some Hicks New Media stuff as opposed.
So what did y'all talk about with Shure? What did I miss?
Yeah, so I had Mario on, Mario Ponce. We were talking about all the new microphone, all the new gear. We were talking about why you should go with condenser versus dynamic.
Okay.
Talking about polar patterns. Talking about mobile rigs, talking about when to use something like an MV77. We went into all of it, had a lot of questions, and he was breaking down the history, why use this mic versus that mic, what they're coming out with, some of the collaborations that they've done. So, man, listen, I mentioned you on there because they have just done a collaboration with
Colorware. I saw it.
Or whoever. Yeah. So
I saw it.
So Chris
$475. Jesus.
I said, Chris, call Keith. Call him right now because I know a guy. So yeah.
So okay, here's the interesting thing. I looked at it and I was about to pull the trigger on it, right? Yeah. And then I just couldn't wrap my head around spending $500 on a microphone, right? That I'm just like, I don't know how much I'm having in the shot to show all those angles beyond what I'm doing with my own, right? And then I'm gonna be paying $475 for a fixed mic because I looked at the Colorware mics. I bought 2 Colorware mics. Actually, I bought 4. I bought 2 as a gift for somebody. The other 2 I got here, and I basically don't use them more than the other ones that I have on the desk. And the ones I have on the desk, I mean, did those myself, and the what they offer on Colorware at the top is fire, and it's good for somebody that can't get me to do their mic, and I don't really have the time, and you can get all of this done.
Yeah.
So that's they hooked it up nice with Colorware the way you can do it, but I'm like, I ain't finna be doing that.
You're not gonna pay that $475.
$475. No. I'm good. I'm good.
You're not dropping that kind of dime. I ain't mad at you, man.
I think it's worth it though. I mean, shout out to Shure. I'm glad they finally did it.
Yeah.
I don't know, or Colorware, whoever it was. I'm glad they finally did it, because it was like it took forever. It's like, just do it. But see that right there?
It's clean.
I got Urban Fire's mic looking like that for the most part.
You did it yourself, right? And
yeah,
$1,475. I don't want, hey, but I think that's
but it's worth it. It's priced good, because they're $475 though. No, they're only charging $100 to do it. Really, that's a good deal. I got to be honest. So sure, if y'all see this Colorware, I ain't hating. I'm just saying I did my own.
I'm working on some brand ambassadorships.
No,
right? I'm rocking the SC215. Shouts out to Shure right now. So I don't want to rock the boat too much. It was just 5 hours.
No, don't rock it, because that's good. So here's how I would sell it for them, and I throw you a pitch to them, and I'm sure y'all need to hook James up with a custom mic, his branding for Focus.
Holla at you.
It's because like, so I bring people in the room and they take pictures.
Mm-hmm.
That would be the reason why I would get a custom one to get this done. But what I'm doing is watching on camera, and this is probably why they were hesitant. I'm looking at on camera how much of the mic is showing that it makes so much of a difference in your shot.
Mm-hmm.
Where, see, the black makes the yellow stand out much more than if I had yellow here and all around. You see what I'm saying? It's the black background that pops it. Now, see that green you just showed? That green is fire. And if somebody's going to keep it like, what is that, blue or something?
Mm-hmm.
It's like a bluish or green. So that custom right there is dope. But for me, I'd be paying $475 just to have this color. The crazy thing is I have this in copper. This right here.
Oh, wow.
I just never put it on.
Okay.
So, because I bought 3 of these and I painted them. So I have a copper one, I have a silver one, and I tried to do red, but it didn't come out the way I wanted it to. But I got color yokes.
Okay.
I just never put them on.
You got it dialed in already. Okay. So, they got the 58, the OG right there. Love that. NB7. A lot of folks are rocking that too. But
ladies and gentlemen, if you was mad with me and you ain't like an India, and you're not like an Irvin who came over here and bullied me and got his done, now you got it on the SM7B. Colorware is the way to go.
Bullying. No, don't be bullying KP, man. God, don't.
It's the way to go. I mean, shoot, Irvin loves his purple, and even Doc with the purple. I think it's worth it for people, man. If you're really glued to a SM7B, I think that's an investment that it's a no-brainer to make. I may grab one. I actually designed one already. I like it, but I was just like, I don't know. This is more of my personality because I did it. I just like it because I did it. So
I'm sticking with my reporters. Man, you know how long it took? Well, how long it took this thing to get here? Golly, I was like, pay more.
But you should still build one. Well, you ain't gonna have to build one. They gonna buy you one. They gonna send you one. They gonna brand you and send you one.
All I wanted was my hex code 20557B blue on the windscreen. This is not Tom Buck blue for everyone else in the eCam community. This is my blue. His blue is much lighter. This is my blue, and that's all I need. I just didn't like how long it took to get from the reporter store, even though New Zealand, I think that's where it came from. So
it took you a long time to get that?
I don't have a lot of patience. Right. I'm a part of the Amazon world, right? I'm going to order it in the morning and it'll be here the next night. I'm that kind of thing. But this one,
this is a custom one. You see this? This is custom.
I
did this one. You see that with that gold on there?
Would you sprinkle a little love on that? Look how he got
sprinkle a little love on there, man. I took time, man, with that gold on there. I took time to hit that thing up. Look at that. See that sparkle?
I like that.
That?
I like that. Oh, hold on.
Pop?
Yeah, hold on. Let's pause real quick. Let's talk about that hat on your head. I like that too.
What, the hat?
See, I got your shirts. I'm turning into a mini me, right? I'm rocking all these graphic shirts. I got my little mic windscreen now. Now I want the hat.
I'm
not gonna do you like that. I ain't gonna.
No, get it. I would say get it. I just got some more beanies, to try.
Yeah, David Hunt. Yeah, I don't have that shirt. I have the photography one. I don't know if you have that one where say everyone's a photographer.
I like that. I don't have it
until you switch over to manual. Everyone's a photographer until you switch to manual. I got that one. Wait, you need to get that one. You need that one.
So wait, James, that pop screen that you have, you should build a mic, send it to Shure or Colorware and say, hey, I like this right here. Y'all think that'll go with this pop screen, and see if they send you a mic.
we got some things in the works. I am slightly under NDA in terms of what I can and cannot say right now, and I'm not gonna mess with
That's good.
I'm not gonna mess with none of these invoices right now or these deliveries. So there may be some things that are in the works. I'm just gonna say that. Yeah.
So the other thing I was going to do, because I like being creative like this. I'm actually going to do a design on this, right? And I'm a play this right here. Kevin, you're right. Kevin said it's only actually $75 to get it custom. Yeah, because the mics are $399. $475 ain't bad at all. That's kind of cheap for a custom. So what Colorware may not be aware of is they should paint this too, right? That'll be more worth it, because the painting that they're going to do on the body on here. So I don't think they touch this right here. They just leave this part and they do something with the ring. But this right here, this is the new piece right here to have this, because the pop screen, this ain't really doing much to the mic.
That's true. I mean, because the capsule's so far down. That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not really doing nothing. So, when everybody jumped on these, everybody's got the color screens and stuff. Then I was just like, all right, I'm going to stay a step ahead. What will be my next step? I was just going to throw copper on here, right? Get this to be a copper. And that way you can put this on, you can take it off, or you can just be like, hey, if I'm on with 5 people and everybody's got the color thing, I'm pulling mine off and have copper, have a gate.
I'm gonna show y'all. I'm just gonna have it.
Yeah, I'm gonna show y'all love with a gate on my joint. You know what I mean?
Ain't nobody on top of me yet, right? Y'all is trying to stay in front of the curve. Listen, you don't have this yet. You don't have this yet. Yeah,
so is this your color? Kevin said that's your color there.
Well,
that's your color.
Like I say, I know my hex code by heart, and I shouts out to Tom Buck for making me memorize it. 20557B. That's my blue.
This is what's sitting down the bottom too, right? So you take your little loom cube or something like that, and just drop it to throw that tone, or you put a LUT on. That's your hex code. Get your hex code, make a LUT out of it, and drop that haze over top of you.
I heard that, but
you're right. Even the shirt.
Even the shirt. It's almost like it was meant to me. Almost like it was meant to. Listen, man. Let me. I need to talk to you about these photos you taking though. You really doing the thing. That last photo that you put of you standing in the mirror taking a picture. Let me tell you something. You have graduated. You have definitely stepped above and beyond in terms of just regular photography. You have gotten into creative design or something. What? Just to have the forward thinking to do. I'm trying to find it. Let me find it, folks, because what KP just put out there is stupid.
All right, I respect what Kevin said. He said the mic looks naked. All right, Kev. I put something on there.
You take it down. Oh no, hold on.
Kev said it looked naked. I said, wait, let me do something about it.
Put some clothes on your microphone. What?
Kevin said need clothes on it.
Yeah,
so look, this will be dope for you with blue. If I had, I'm probably gonna put a layer of jeans on here. Right? Cause that's how you change the game now. Cause everybody's gonna put color and stuff, whatever, matte or gloss. But I'm probably gonna put jean or something on here.
He's gonna put
That's
some
what I'm probably
Levi's
gonna
on
do.
his microphone.
Yeah, put some
We
Levi's.
got dueling moderators right now. Oh, see, David Hunter he got the wrench for you, and Mr. Cox got the wrench for me. We got dueling moderators. Y'all better be on your game. Listen,
Goodness gracious.
they over there talking, but let's come on, man.
You like that, man?
That don't make no sense. That don't make that. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. That's how
I got more of them, right? I got more of them that I did. That was in October last year. That's in October.
That's an old
but
shot.
I'm gonna recreate that shot and with a different outfit on. You like it though?
Yes, sir. that just again the mental fortitude to say, let's first take a mirror out. Let's have these dope outfits on. Yeah, okay, that's fine and all. But then let me stand in front of you looking at the mirror. I mean, all that step by step. That's hot. I couldn't give enough love. I can only give one, as you can see. I try to give some more, but
so the problem is the mirror broke.
Oh Lord, you done broke the mirror.
Yeah, the mirror actually broke. So can you see it now on the screen?
Here we go.
Is it on the screen? Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna show you a picture where the mirror. So there's a picture of me, and okay, you ready for this? Here it comes. Here it comes. Hold still. And nope, not that one. So look at this one. You like this one?
Where's the frame? The frame in there.
Yeah, so it's no frame, right? The frame is actually on the ground.
Uh-oh.
And so the mirror's pointing at her. Look.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
I broke her mirror.
Oh my God. Yeah, you in trouble.
I broke the mirror, bro. So she was like, you broke my mirror. I was like, yeah, my bad. I was like, oops.
You went straight over to Home Goods or Macy's or wherever and had to pick up another one.
Yeah, cool thing was it was a cheap mirror, so but yeah, the mirror broke. But yeah, I'm gonna do some more shots like that. Yeah. I'm actually gonna build a mirror. I'm gonna put it in the trunk of the car and I'm gonna start taking pictures of people with the mirror.
Okay. I mean, because you definitely getting into the vibe, right? And then like Kevin was saying, even the shots in the grocery store, right? The depth of field.
Oh, you like that?
And then just showing all of that, because I can tell what you're doing with and without flash. I mean, I can tell again what you're doing with the aperture open or not, and I mean just that. The look in here. Let me stop playing. And since you got them on your IG account, they public, so I'm not putting all your business out there. But
oh no, you good. You good. Yeah. Go for the IG.
Man, look, come on, man. Look at this picture right here. Look at that. That's Mama's son, right? That's Mama's
Wegmans son, actually hit me and said, "We love this picture." I'm like, cool. I hope you love it because I'm gonna keep going to your store, shooting pictures, and maybe get some free groceries or something.
I'm gonna be in the cereal aisle Tuesday, and we gonna be. You gonna be picking up some. You got some Ben's rice with him right now, but he gonna pick some Rice Krispies next week. So yeah, I hope y'all do love these pictures.
I do like them. Like, show me some love. You like them, you know? Oh, Humans of New York, but with a mirror. Okay, that's a fire idea. Yup, get a story from those people. Hey, man. Yeah. So let me tell you something. I found these cheap hood lenses, lens hoods on Amazon, right? And I did a Ecamm recording, but I didn't I was like, I don't know how to do the reel. You ever have an idea to do a reel or something?
Yeah.
And you get ready to do it, but then you kind of like it didn't come together the way you wanted it to. So you kind of squashed the idea.
Yeah.
That's what happened with me.
Okay.
That's what happened with me. But the lens hood, did I do this?
While you're looking for that, I'll answer. Yeah, David Hunt. Yeah, I made Keith's frame bigger. No one wants to see me, so I made him bigger than he's
Oh, get out, man. You
75%.
ain't gotta do that.
I'm only 25%. Yeah.
You ain't gotta do that, man. So, okay, so look, this is a little piece, right? Just a little piece. I was doing this.
I love the lens hood on this guy right here, but I was looking for something a little bit more sexy.
I was going to do this as
This
a
is
reel.
sexy. This is dope. It says this is a lens, you know,
Look, see, I couldn't get it together.
it says this is a lens hood.
I couldn't.
Okay, I was looking
I
for
would
something.
skip through it, but look, I'm just
What
going
was
to
you
show you
talking
on the
about?
screen.
Yeah, what was you? Oh Lord, hold on, wrong screen. What was you talking about?
I'm gonna just show you. So look, so the lens hood is so dope. So look, those are lens hoods that I got on the 24 and the 35, but it's real sexy and it's real
Check this
easy to
out.
use.
This is
So
literally
let me
like
shut me
less
up.
than-
Okay, I shut me up. But you gotta understand. Look at this real quick. Where'd I put the camera at? Oh, I got the camera in the bag. You need a wander bag? You need a sling? Do you want a sling?
He asking me, do I need a wander
Yeah, do you
bag?
need
Inside joke right there, folks. Inside joke on the wander bag. Shouts out to Wander though. We are always
I'll
open.
find it.
Look at, and both of us trying to wear the short sleeve, trying to show the little, the gym work that we've been putting in. I see you showing off the.
Bro, I did me some gym work today.
I'm supposed to be there tonight, but
bro,
this is not coffee right now. I poured when you and then Cliff came on the stream. I got a little something that I reached over. That I poured it, and I said, "Man, I'm gonna bask in the he got some juice too."
Cheers.
Lord, I'm glad we don't have no script for
You
this right now.
You see what kind of glass?
I ain't mad. That's high end right there. That's highfalutin.
It's one of Tina glass. She ain't home,
Soon as he left, you were like, "I'm gonna get me something to drink. I'm gonna drink it out of her
right
and show her." And then you were still looking just in case because she got that mother hearing. Maybe she still heard me.
Oh man, she might be in the car listening now. I don't know.
That's right.
She
I
out
throw a
them
shoe at you
streets.
like Eddie Murphy said. Hit you with that. She got that mother hearing, right? Throw a shoe at you.
Hey, hold on. Your wife been having a ball up in NYC, boy.
Man,
I was about to tell you like
the other night, but yeah, you saw the photos, right? They come on. Hey, okay. I don't know if she's home or not. Let me see. I don't even know if she's home because she maybe still be at work. I was looking at her feed.
Was having a ball.
Hey,
I
was looking at her feed and I saw some Louis V bags, and I said, "Oh." I said, "Okay, you didn't mess around and picked it." Okay, I said, "I ain't mad at you, baby. You do your thing. Have enjoy." But yeah, they were doing it. They were at the top of the Empire.
Yeah, I was like, "Y'all balling." Her and your daughter, they was swing. I was like, "Y'all out in the streets, boy."
Just cash too. It's just what y'all want. It's on me. I said, "What?"
Boy, if I had time, I would have went up to New York, then photo shoot your wife and your daughter, be like, "Let's go over here. Let's take a picture of the Empire State." Just throw right in your face.
Be
like,
"Don't worry about it. I got you." What?
Then I upload and be like, "Here, James, I'm gonna tag you." We did a whole tour of the city.
My God,
whole tour.
I ain't mad at it.
I'll show you my wander bag.
That's what it's all about, though. That's what it's all about, though. I said, "Oh yeah, sure."
Nah,
I was looking at her feed. So, look at another little Louis V. God, dog. Okay.
Great pictures. I loved it. I loved it,
dude. It's all good. We heading down to San Diego tomorrow. Going down to hang out with our daughters and some of her friends. And each of the girls turned 21 recently, so this is gonna be weird, right? Going and having a shot with your daughter, right? I mean, I don't know if I'm ready for that. But
that's not bad. That's not bad. Boyfriend ain't gonna be there or nothing, is it?
No.
Okay, all right.
She cut him.
Then you good.
Not literally. I don't talk about no violence.
Then you
I don't
good.
want to start no violence. Yeah. So
then you good.
Yeah. I don't have to act the fool too much. So God.
You're not going to have to worry about it. No, you're not going to have to worry about
not
it.
This time.
So,
not this time.
No, not this time. Not this time. That 21, that's a good age, man. It's a good age. Yeah, gets over that hump.
You still got the youngster at the house though, eating up all the food in the refrigerator.
Hey, man, you know what? That second one, though, me and him, we got it tight, though. You know what I'm saying? Mom leave the house, and me and him good. Me and him good by ourselves.
Yeah,
It's when she get
y'all
back.
got pizza in the y'all got some what you call it, some DoorDash coming over. Y'all ain't worried about nothing right now, boy.
No, the DoorDash happened when I'm out of the picture. Then it's DoorDashing and send me some money and order, and I'm like, it's food in there, cook it. You know what I'm saying? When I'm home, he already know the rule. It's just like you getting fresh, home cooked from the market, and we're gonna have this, we're gonna stretch this right here. That's how we do at home.
we gonna find a way. We gonna find
Yes.
a way.
Yes.
Man,
Definitely
I think we when I started, we good because I saw Dr. Hunt go over to your channel, so we definitely we doing it live every which way but loose. We everywhere, so I think we good. Just wanted to make sure we were doing that. I don't know, man.
I like it.
We just try. I'm off right now because again, I'm still I was on cloud 12. I'm coming down still, so my mind is still not right.
How'd you do the whole Garfield thing, man? Like that was dope. I like it.
So the cat that came on, Cliff Roberts, that's my old friend. Known him since 14 years old, right? And here we are now, 53. He's 55, right? So we grew up together in music, and Cliff, you heard some of his story. He works with the wife of a gentleman who used to be part of a group called Ozomatli. I think that's the name of it. But he's a producer as well. And he's producing some of Garfield's new solo projects. So
nice. Okay.
So we talked a couple of weeks ago, and had a little vibe, see if we had some chemistry, and we chopped it up and said, okay, let's do something. And next thing you know, it just worked out to where we were able to have a conversation together tonight. So it's it's who you know, and then especially when you had a commonality, right? You came in, and 2 seconds we were able to start dropping names of likenesses, and the chemistry was built right there. I know you because you know me, and you know these folks. Okay, you a cool cat. So let me take the guard down just a little bit. So that was the same conversation, the same situation between me, Cliff, and Garfield. So yeah, that was real cool. That was real cool.
Okay. So the crazy thing is, on Earn Your Leisure, right? If you ever follow these guys on Instagram, and what was interesting is I was watching them, and I realized that they both said something. So Troy Melones, he said he was emphasizing, I like it because there's a protect your yes that I talk about on some podcasts, right? And the value of how your yes is currency, right? And you gotta be careful of what you say yes to. I think we talked about it, about me being on here with you, right? You have to look at, how do I add value to you? How do you add value to me? And so Millens, he said something that was dope. He gave his story about meeting Puffy and talking to Puffy and getting Puffy's personal number. And this is what's crazy, I realized, because I needed to hear this from him on that thin line between people are fronting and hating on you, and then, or people think that they this and that, and understanding from your accessibility to people how you don't want to abuse it. So here's what he dropped that was crazy. He was like, I made sure I got Puffy's personal number. I made sure I didn't call him and say, hey, I'm in New York, can I get in the club or X, Y, and Z, or I'm at one of your Sean John stores, let them know I'm here. It's kind of like I was laughing because I was like, yo, that's how I operate. Where it's like people were like, oh, Jill gonna be in such and such. See if you get me backstage and this, that, and the third. And it's just like you feel bad because you want to tell people like, nah, right? Because I'm like, it's easy for me to call her up, but I'm just like, you kind of don't want to abuse.
You don't want to pull out the bat signal all the time, right?
Yeah, because then there comes a time when you are specific, and what Troy dropped that was so heavy was the call that he made to Puffy. Puffy knew it added value to him. So in a sense, there's somebody that you want to connect with so bad, but you actually have to have the patience that when you access them, that when you go to that access, you're offering them something that they actually need, right? So it's kind of like brand deals or whatnot. A lot of people don't realize that it operates like that. It's not hard to get the attention of people.
True.
It's that they got to see, how does this benefit
There's
me?
got to be some value. There's got to be the with him.
You
What's in it
know,
for me? Yeah.
Kevin O'Leary, and no, it wasn't Kevin O'Leary. It was Mark Cuban. I never forget. It was an episode, and it was a guy from Philly with college stuff or whatever. He had a great cause and everything, but Damon John, and no, not Damon John. Damon John, and I think Lori was like, "Oh, I can understand that because my family, so and so, that's cool, right?
Yeah.
They multimillionaires." But Mark Cuban, Kevin O'Leary, the other guy was like, "Nah, we out." And it was just like, they kind of had a little argument. It's like, this is the Shark Tank, not the charity tank.
Come on now.
And I was like, dang, going it. And it was like, it was rough. And it was like, him and Damon didn't argue. It was just like, yo, I got you. But, Damon and Lori's like, yeah, we want to do this. And it was like, cool. But they made it clear on the show, we not on here to catch emotions and feelings. And so it was like, I was like, dang, that's dope.
That right there. So, right, what you just said right there is deep, right? Because that translates into a lot of stuff that we doing in our daily, in our professional and personal lives, right? Don't be about the personal feelings and trying to hurt somebody and worrying about that, because that's going to be the inhibiting factor right there for you even getting ahead. And even I can't be worried about how you feel. What's up? We got Delgado. I'm sitting in my Delgado. I'm sitting in my Delgado. Didn't I tell you I named this chair after India? Yes. Yeah, I made these scenes. Listen, India was redoing. I'm gonna let you keep going, but I'm an old man, so no, go ahead. When something fall into my head, if I don't say it,
no, go ahead, forget, drop it.
Right? I'm like an old Morgan Freeman. Right. Listen, India was redoing her studio. And she had this chair right here. Said, "Oh, let me get that affiliate code." And you mess around and waited too long though, because again, I don't have patience. I told you, I needed it in 5 minutes, and she didn't give it to me in 5 minutes. So in 6 minutes, I went online and ordered it myself. And 2 days later, I got I still call it the Delgado though. Yeah. So shouts out to India Delgado.
I'm with you, man. Listen, I'm impatient too. It's because it's a couple of things, I know I want to do.
Yeah.
That when I think about it, like I'm thinking about getting rid of this Rodecaster Pro. And
which one?
And
the OG or the 2?
Yeah, the OG. And I probably won't get rid of it. I'm just gonna take it out of here because I'm gonna expand to put direct inputs on the other mics behind me with the same quality I'm putting on this.
Wait a minute.
Direct.
Okay, hold on. So explain that, because we some of us in the comments know what you got going with the interviewers table back there, and you got everything going into the RCP. So when you say direct inputs at the table, talk about that.
So these mics here, it's 4 mics. 2 of them are underneath here. I just took them off the table for more desk space. But these 4 are going into the Soyuz boxes underneath here, which is kind of like a cloud lifter. And it goes into this Rodecaster. Out of this Rodecaster, it leaves out of there, and then they're submixed onto this guy, which is into the Apollo, which this channel here on this side, this stereo matches what these individual mics sound like. The issue is I want to change that so that it's direct. All 6 mics are direct into the computer. And that's just for quality purposes. And because I'm ahead, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like the car that you have now, your Tesla, right? If you're Elon, you're thinking of what am I putting in the next Tesla, and you have to test out that now, even though what you have is fine. So for me, I don't have anything broken here. I'm just looking at next. What do? It's kind of like, so at the table back there, I can be I can right there, Stream Deck is sitting over there. I can go over there and do everything I'm doing here, like switching and cameras. So I can pop the camera here, pop the camera over there, and the whole nine sitting back at the desk over here. And so that's the reason why I got 2 Stream Decks here.
Right.
And so, I'm going to test to see if I can drop a third one and mimic that in case I need to stand over that side of the room out of the way of this whole area.
Okay.
So it's one of those things about testing ahead.
It's crazy that you talk about Stream Decks because I'm in a little bit of a conversation with Elgato on their IG stream right now because they were talking about the Stream Deck mobile app, right? And I think it's a great idea. I do, but I was like, man, I got an XL, I got a Plus, I had a pedal until it broke. I got these lights, I got this arm. I done already vested in Elgato. Now you want me to get the mobile app and pay a monthly fee for it, or how is monthly or yearly? Man, I'm like, come on,
Yeah.
come on, y'all gotta do something about that. And there's a lot of folks chiming in right now, said, yay, James, fight the power, all that. I'm like, I'm not trying to start any controversy, but man, come on, Elgato, y'all already getting our money. You don't have to charge a monthly subscription. It's dope, I'm sure, right? Just to have that functionality because I use it for a short time. But man, come on, don't be charging me my little $2.99.
Look, here's something that you say, and I get value from getting to know you and a few other people. Where on the one hand we're pushing technology and stuff through like the eCam community, but then on the flip side, there's understanding why people were coming to eCam in the first place. If we were to talk about eCam, and that is because I have a business, right?
Yeah.
Because I need to stream. Somewhere along the way, we get intermingled with people that just like creating stuff.
Come on.
And that's a whole different ball game because then so I got 2 clients right now, and of course, I'm not saying their names. They probably not even watching this because they're so in the business. But you know what their problem is? They didn't take my advice and they went into, oh, I like how you got the camera over there, and this, that, and the third, and that third. And I was like, yo, don't do that. I was like, stick with this because this is what you have to do. You have to present, your doctor, blah, blah, blah. They got caught up in all this gear and they got a boatload of gear. And now they're stuck with just presentation because they're so enamored with the Stream Deck to this, that, and the third. And they're like, well, you do it. And it's like, yeah, because I'm a knucklehead. Like, I like just having fun.
Your use case is different too, right? I mean, you can't
right. I like
lump everyone to the same bucket.
I rely on like a David or a Kevin or somebody on a sidebar. Yo, your camera's your zoom is going in and out. It's okay, cool. I just fix it. Other people my stream was screwed up because the camera and the screen. I'm like, I don't freak out.
Yeah.
If I'm talking and people go, we can't hear you. I'm like, oh, y'all couldn't hear me. Wait, hold on, let me see this.
Yeah, let me fix it, right?
Can y'all hear me now?
Keep it all
and I
continue.
continue.
Yeah.
I don't care if I'm doing a sermon. I don't care if I'm talking about mental health, whatever. I don't care. But people that are real like this, it's like, yo, all this stuff ain't for you. It's not. At that point, you need to pay somebody and go in their studio.
There we go. There go the lesson right there that we're going to talk about right there, right? Because again,
go ahead.
Right? You think about it, man. Doing what it is that we do, digital content creation, either for ourselves, for clients, or for businesses, that type of thing. This is not for the faint of heart. It's dope with what it looks like. Yeah, when you put it out here, you press play, press record, turn these lights on, and you put a product out there. Especially if we are, we got the lights, we got the camera, we got the action, we got 4K resolution. We got it. But man, what's going on behind the scenes? And shouts out to the folks that are giving props and knowing what I got going on behind the scenes with the scenes and the overlays and all that. So they get it and they know, but they also know, and they've been through the struggles to where a stream is blown up in the middle.
Yeah.
Audio has gone crazy. Video has gone crazy. Internet connection, whatever. This ain't for the faint of heart, man. But when it's right, it's right. And when it's
right.
good, it's good. And it's a commodity that can be sold. And for you having that skill set, knowing 10% more than the next person, you can charge your worth and make a portfolio out of doing this. But again, like just like you were saying, it's not for everyone though. A lot of folks want to do it.
So here's the thing. People that aren't skilled in it, I watched a lot of people. It's what we talked about last week. It's the bag chasers, right? So then there's the bag chasers of, like, there's some people that just sit around, they need a new hustle, right? A hustle is not bad. It's just that if you don't cut hair and you realize that cutting hair and doing shape ups is a good hustle, now you're just going to do clippers, do a quick training class on shape ups, and now you open in a barbershop. That's not cool,
You can't
right?
do a
It's
proper
just,
fade,
it's not
but
cool. But people actually do stuff like that. So they'll go, like I'm telling you, they jump in the comment section. They go, "What mic you got? Oh, okay. What you plug it into? Okay. What camera's that? Boom." Then they run and they got it in the cart while they asking you questions.
yeah.
They hit the buy button, B&H or Adorama or whatever delivers it. They throw it all together. They secretly watch you, and then they throw it up, and then they get stuck, and they don't realize the why you did. David Hunt said something dope in the column. He said,
That's the same
"The
question
difference,
that
Keith,
Mario and I
is
had today. Mario from Shore. That's the same conversation he and I had this morning. Golly, yep.
So watch where I'm gonna go with this. So, like you said, difference is, Keith, that your studio is functional for you. Secret that I'll reveal. At our studio, it's funny you had Garfield on. At A Touch of Jazz, we had 3 rooms. Well, actually 4. Jazzy Jeff had his own room. There was the A room that was the main room that everybody shared. And then they had a B room that I personalized and literally made it work for me. But what I make work for me, I can teach it to everybody, and they can be self-sufficient. And case in point, I never had to do it, but I've been over a house. I can go in India's studio. India can come in mine. Kurt Nugent can come in my studio. You can come in my studio and figure it right out. Because even though we built it for us, it makes sense because this is what we do. The person that walks in your room and is just like, wow, and they don't know what to do. India came over. She was like, wow, oh, look at this joint dope. I had to go get something to eat. I left India and was watching her stream in my room, and India's showing everybody my stuff on my buttons on my stream deck as she's going along. She's
You
like,
learning
and then,
something new.
but she's dropping it because that's what she do. Like she knows how to do that.
Yeah.
It's the people that this not what you do, and you jumping into a whole bunch of stuff when nobody's trying to keep you out of it. But shout out to Shore. This is how I sell the Shore mics. People go, "Oh, what mic you got there?" I said, "No, you need the MV7." But that costs $200. That's the one you need. Well, why can't I get that one? Because that's plugged into a box that's plugged into that does that, and then you need an interface. What's the interface? That's why I said you need the MV7. Throw a USB cord in there, your headphones, you're done. Oh, and then they get that and they go, so I'm getting some clients and they telling people how to get this stuff. I'm like, why are you giving people what to buy?
Yeah.
And why are you setting people up and you still don't know what you're doing? Right? Teach your class.
Let that marinate right there. Just let that sit right there. We not let that breathe like
Steve
a
Worthy, you
Pinot.
feel me? You Steve know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
It's like
let that marinate right there.
it's room for everybody, but it's like if this ain't what you do, like back up and enjoy it. Like get the Ecamm Pro, whatever. Get your camera. Your elevation is get you a ZV-E10, plug that sucker in, good little bougie, get you some lights and stuff, stay in your lane. My client that came in today, I got her a custom Colorware mic.
Yeah.
Set her up. And I said, if you can't come here and you out of town, this is how you do it, that and third. She's like, cool. And I'm thinking like, yo, you can do this on your own. She said, no, I can't. And I was like, what you mean? She like, no, I'm going to pay you to come in your studio because I need to come in and do my content and I don't have time for all of that. I don't have time.
Hey, India, I don't have no bell, but I'm going to give him this. Oh, wait, keep going. Come on now.
Wait, you got an India chair and I got an India bell. I named this the India bell.
I can hit it with the Nas hit. Keep going.
I mean, but you know what? Steve is right. I give Steve credit. Like I see a lot of his stuff on IG and whatever. I just mark people that, yo, this is what you do. Right? India's a monster on that. What do you call that? The remote producer thing.
All
That work that she had to do. I was just like, I can figure it out, but I'm like, I ain't got the tolerance for it. I don't
Listen,
like that's
India got him. We're gonna give her flowers because she right here. She out here working.
Oh,
Working in
definitely.
silence. Right. She
Definitely.
just out here doing the work. Not being flashy. You know, not telling them, hey, look at me. She out there. But we like those cats. We see you. Yeah, we see we see you out there doing your thing.
So wait, so you ready for this, James? This is where I was going. So, all right, I'm gonna be the bad guy here.
Uh-oh.
I think people don't understand the difference between when you go to, what was it, NAM? No, not NAM. What was y'all join that y'all just went to?
So no, I didn't go to NAB. I didn't go to NAB, the National Association of Broadcasters. I didn't go because it would have just been a party for me. But I normally go to CES. But yeah, it was NAB and NAM were the two.
So I want to warn people early.
Oh,
right?
Let me get off the screen. Hold on, I don't want to be part of this. Let me.
This ain't gonna mess up. This ain't gonna mess up your Shure. This ain't gonna mess up your Amazon. Nothing. I'm just helping people out. The thing that if Garfield was still on here, he would know that when we would go to NAM and different things, we would go because we're the producer engineer. We're looking at how to better cut your vocals, what's a better mic and stuff. The artists can enjoy it, but the artists don't need to be bothered with it if you're not cutting a record. If you're just the talent singing on it, you got to know how to pull from that and utilize it and trust the people that know this stuff. And then you got to understand your why. The thing that I'm about to say that's crazy is I feel bad for people that they listen to people that come out of these things and they say, oh, they got a new light coming out. They got this, that, and the third. And then people are like, oh, I got to get the new light. No, you don't. Some people don't even know. Loom Cube is literally selling a light that's about the size of this circle that they're arguing that you don't need these big dookie lights up here and that small light's going to give you the same thing. And they're absolutely correct.
Mm-hmm.
Because for streaming, most people, we don't even know what you got on the other side of that camera. We don't know what's pointing at you. One guy got a big old joint, somebody else got that. Me, I got a bad phobia of the lights that's over top of my head because those are the flat square Amaran lights. And I'm like, it'll be less space up here, but I'm like, it's something about the square when I don't like about the round, and nobody knows the difference sitting on the other side of my camera.
Don't nobody know.
You understand what I'm saying? So I'm like, if this is what you do, go ahead and do it. But if this ain't what you do, don't dive into it and don't get suckered in. That Rodecaster is going to jack everybody up. It's going to jack everybody up.
Number two was right. So hold on. So India, if you're gonna come through, if you're coming through on my channel, that's cool. Let me know. If you're coming through on Keyside, let me know as well. Come on, I can build a scene on the fly, and we can make this happen. But the RCP2, since a lot of us got it with pre-release software, there was a little bit of time. Watch, we watched Tom's and Loria. We watched Tom and Loria talk about it, right? Tom got it because he's part of the inner circle, and he was talking about it ahead of time. But man, when I got mine, this is my second one, RCP2. The first one I had beta pre-release software on it, and it did not work. Then they sent me another one, and it had a later release of it. But folks who have this know that it still took a little while for it to catch up. I actually had to unplug it from my Mac, plug it into a Windows box so I could do the firmware transfer and set up my pads because I had such a broken release of the firmware. And that right there, just from a user experience, I'm probably never going to get sponsored by Rode on this, but it is what it is. And they know, right? It was a horrible experience coming from the original Rodecaster Pro, which was rock solid, which was perfect. What I do today, I still could do fine with the first one because I don't pull in folks from like my phone. I don't have a call-in show like that. There was maybe eventually I will, but today I don't. I only use a third of the capabilities. But yeah, that user experience when the RCP2 first came out and we early adopters had to get it because of what we do. We're teachers, we're coaches, we're educators. We're the ones who need to be in the know for the technology. So yeah, we have to get this stuff ahead of time if it fits the need of what we do. right? From a business perspective, I'm talking to folks about needing the right equipment, just like you are. Do you need that piece of equipment? Maybe so. Let's talk about what's your use case. So
here the good news is, like, I like and I've seen Doc talk about it on Instagram. That new Duo, that's the thing that most people that had the first Rodecaster could have waited.
Yeah.
And be patient.
Yeah.
And then you have a use case scenario for it. But here's my take. If you were doing a podcast on, if we were doing a podcast on the help me make it make sense, because I got gas. So I'm your Pepto-Bismol.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna help you, right? It's like, somebody has to have the podcast to give you here's the takeaway.
Yeah.
And you want to speak to the people that have gas, can afford to have gas, and then you want to speak to the people that have gas, but they can't afford to have it, right? And what you do, you help them and you show them. So I would give a testimony, having been on with your guy from Shy, and you think about that era of music, and then people start to access the story. What made y'all so dope? You know what it was? We thrived in gear that once we found that it works, we stayed on it. And the only thing you went and got new was something that you don't have the studio.
Come on, talk
if
about
the
that.
piano that you have is working, why are you buying a new piano sound? If it ain't broke, that's the statement of, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Like right now, best thing ever that happened for me was, what if the SM7B been around since Michael Jackson?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
If you Tom Buck, you cool, because let's try this one. You're feeding a crowd that wants to know, is this a new mic? Is it a better mic? And the thing is, the matrix of it is the consumer or the consumed in the consummation of consuming. So the thing is, there's some people that don't realize they're consumed in it as a consumer. And then the other smart consumers will be like, yo, I'm just going to look. I'm just looking at it. And if I can't see where that's going to better anything, I'm not going to do it. So the Rodecaster, the funniest thing is, I only use the 4 input channels. I don't even use the triggers on the thing. Okay. Some people do.
Yeah.
Right? Some people do. And I just had to use the telephone input because somebody's internet wasn't working. That was an interviewee for a show. Yeah. And I used that. But all in all, if I had to buy it right, then I would have just bought a 8 input Apollo to handle all my mics, and I wouldn't have got the Rodecaster. I mean, so
that's a price versus cost conversation, though, right? Because the Apollo is a little more. I mean, all right, that's gonna come a little bit more out the pocket, though.
So you ready for this?
Yeah.
So then look at the trauma that people put themselves through, where it's like, okay, I got the Rodecaster, it's working, I'm just getting my show started, still get my YouTube going, and then it's like, oh, Rodecaster 2 Pro came out. Then everybody has to say that they got it. Everybody's doing unboxing and stuff to show that they got it. And you know what most people ain't being honest about? They're stressed trying to sell the first Rodecaster to afford the new one.
Wow.
By the time you get it,
talk about folks, you coming through the front door now, boy.
Now the next joint then came out, and now you gotta put in your head and justify how you going to lose 2 inputs to add in a capture card, and you got 3 capture cards, Elgato, sitting around the house. So that product is not for your house. That product is for the person in the house that don't have nothing, that's just getting started. For you who bought 5 cam links, you got a Rodecaster Pro or Rodecaster 2, Apollo, whatever. That's not for you.
Damn,
it's
son.
just,
come on now, keep going. Hey, as you go and send India a link so she can jump in, boy, because woo.
Okay, it's like, it's
folks,
not for you.
I hope y'all catching this.
And look, and people gotta be careful following people that it's like, yo, follow them, find out what are they doing live. Yeah. Like, just look at it.
Wait,
right?
Still going live. Uh-oh.
Yeah,
see, I shouldn't be sipping on it. Lord have mercy.
Now watch this. For me, helping people build, that's when I look at all the new stuff out. Not for me. I look at it for other people. So now the good news with new products. So now I'm talking about the good part about new product is, hey, look at this. It's like the knucklehead that's doing a comparison of an MV7 and an MV7X.
Yeah.
Why are you doing a comparison? It's actually a backward situation because the argument is, yo, I don't want to spend $99 for a USB import.
Wait a minute, you got echo.
Okay.
I don't mind two of you. I just sent a couple of links out to some family. I sent some links out to the family and family.
So
listen, we're gonna do this. We're gonna take advantage of the power of eCam.
So what? So you gonna give her your link?
It don't matter. I'll put the link out there in public. I can see.
No, you gotta send India the link because if I bring her through mine, it's gonna loop back through.
I just did.
Okay, India, he sent you a link. All right.
The link is on screen, and I see you when you come in. So don't come in with no clothes on.
I ain't Kurt Nugent. I don't know how to do that.
Say don't come in, improper because we gonna.
Shout out to Kurt Nugent who know how to do all that.
Shout out to Dr. Nugent out there doing. Who's that? I hear my dialing in. Okay. Suck it now. See, I done did something good because
you got the game.
I've known her for a couple of years, and this first time. I'm gonna talk trash about it when she get on screen. Hold on, let me get.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, she ain't never come on my screen. Come on everybody.
Oh wow, you balling that? You got R&B celebrities.
Well, she like that. She fancy.
You do know in eCam you can really just drag and drop it off of that.
I know, but see what I'm doing is I'm showing you how to fish.
Oh, you James Hicks.
Right? I'm not fishing for you. I'm not throwing the line out there with debate on it. I'm showing folks. I'm bringing in a camera overlay, bringing in a video source, and she got to put the glasses on.
I did. She was about to talk some mess, so I need to make sure I can.
Oh my goodness, ladies and
see,
gentlemen.
and look at her mic. India doesn't need to get the colorware either.
Hot. Well, on.
Did you see it, India? Did you see the colorware?
I was checking it out. I scrolled through and then I was checking it out.
Yo, I was feeling it, but then you
ideas hot.
But then you look at your handwork and you like, nah, I'm good. Not for $475. I'm like,
see hot. What?
What's cracking?
Keep on talking, play. I'm doing my Wizard of Oz behind the scenes. Hey, Miss Elgato, how you living? God, talking in the building.
Man?
And James, you see,
they've been knowing her for a little bit. Been chatting it up behind the scenes. Boop boop. How you doing? Make sure you good, sis. They ain't never come on my screen.
Do you see?
First of all, this is the first time I got a link, so you better stop talking smack. Okay. Hold on. Because I got sound effects too.
India know how to fight too. I see from Philly, right? So I better mess around and get that act right. Oh my God, I should not be drinking while I'm supposed to be alive.
See, I like what India did. So James, let us break down something to you. So if you notice the difference between me and India's mic, you notice she put matte on so that the light's not kicking off from it. Very smart move.
Yeah, good point. Yeah.
You see?
So explain that. So I get it, but again, let's not assume. Go ahead and explain that for folks.
Yeah, so you can, with the kind of like your wallpaper, right? With your wallpaper, you get your eggshell, your matte, and then your glossy. Same thing, or not wallpaper, your paint, rather. When you buy paint, you got your matte, eggshell, glossy, and then depending on the type of look you're going and the lighting, some people will do matte, some people will do glossy. So it's the same thing when you have vinyl wrap. Vinyl wrap is just a stretchy wallpaper-esque type of material. Mm-hmm. You heat it up, it becomes pliable, and then you can put it whatever you want. And Keith and I, the beauty of that is that Keith and I can just take a heat gun, heat it up, and under it, it is brand new. And so mine is matte. So basically, because we have our key lights right here, so instead of having that little bit of the shine and the bounce off, I chose to do matte. So you just see more of the color instead of like that reflection.
Go ahead.
So
see that? See that, James, right there. Me and Indy could explain to people, and you have you allow people to find out what they want. So I got this iridescent look, right?
Yeah.
Where it's intentional to make the light bounce off of it. But then somebody may look at mine and say, oh, that's too much light, Okay, then you want matte. That's how you know. Now, here's where it helps Colorware out. if somebody's like, oh, I'm gonna get a colorware, then people like me in India can say, hey, here's an example. If you don't want the light bouncing off, don't get the glossy.
Well,
if you want it to bounce off, go ahead.
But that's the conversation that folks need to be having. Go ahead and
I was looking, but then I was looking at what they have. They got that color shifting. On the very top, they got some color shifting.
Exactly.
So then,
we both feeling it.
With how you turn it, it'll go from like blue to like greenish. I was like, see that color shifting. That might be.
And see what I told James? I said I like the fact that you could custom this, the yoke, all of that. But I was yeah, I'm cool. I like personally doing it.
Yeah, and the Prime, what is that? They're charging an extra, depending on, because the SM7Bs will go on sale sometimes for like $350. So if you can get it on sale right now, they charge them $450. So not on sale. So it's an extra $50 to get it custom, which is not that bad, I guess.
No, I'm doing $475.
Yeah, it's
$475.
Oh, okay. It's late for me. I'm usually
it's still worth it though for somebody who again, India, is what I was saying.
Someone balling like
for somebody that's not going to take the time to do it. I got over 5,000 views on This Is How I Wrapped It, right?
Yeah.
Ain't nobody trying to take all that time. They like, you can show them how to do it. They like, oh, that's cool, but Colorware gonna make some money. I've been told. You know what? I told Alpha Guard to do it. James, I told Alpha Guard.
I'm sorry. And they were I should be paying attention, but I'm waiting for the guy behind the scenes. Cool. I'm waiting for his internet to clear up because he coming in at 480p right now. So I'm not bringing you on screen, brother, until you at least until you get off of AOL 300 baud. I'm not bringing you in. Up here we got mail.
He said he coming in at that's bad.
Hey, bro, until you come in at least 720, I can't bring you on this screen. Not on this one. Right here. Okay. Wow. I'm sorry.
That's bad.
You lying?
What is going
on?
You know what I'm saying? Until some of that fragmentation.
What is going on? What's wrong with your
presentation? Wait, is that a San Francisco shirt?
No.
Oh, okay, I thought it was okay, good. He got the record. Oh. Okay, I got you. Okay. I thought it was a 49ers shirt. I was about to be like, oh, get him off the screen.
You can't be here.
No.
You can't be here.
No, it's New York all day. It's New York all day long,
I love the shirt. I love the shirt.
Where did we get that from? Yeah.
You know how many people don't know what that is when they see it?
They look at it and I'm walking down the street. They'll look at it like, what? And I'm like, you don't know. So I'm not even going to tell you. I'm not even going to tell you. So
India Young Buck, you know what that is, India?
No.
Oh my God.
Oh, you know what?
Stand up and show it to her.
No, I just took her off screen.
Man, oh man.
I just took her off screen.
Oh my gosh. You don't know what that is?
Oh man.
You just lost 2 cool points. I know, look, keep leaving.
What happened? What am I missing? I don't understand.
Yeah, that's blasphemy.
Yo, it's an age thing.
Right there is blasphemy right there. The fact that you don't know that's the I'm not gonna say it because he's probably gonna go get an original.
Yeah, he's gonna go get exactly what this is for.
There it is.
All right, is the vinyl? Yeah.
That's a 40. Is that a 45? That's a 45.
No, you know what that is? Is that a 78?
That's a 78.
No, that's not a 78. Because
you got a 45?
But she wouldn't know a 78 either. She
I had to plug
33s and 45s. But I thought that was a 78.
So that would go into you such a young buck. I love you, little sis.
I know what vinyl records are. I still can't see it from the shirt though. I'm confused.
And you're from New York City, daggone it.
This is like name that tune. You should just be able to know from the diagram, just the top right there.
Right. I don't. You know what?
It's a circle, right? I got the road just from a backup standpoint. But come on, man. You don't get it?
Yeah. Come on, man.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Let me
India. I'm just. All that technology, India.
That goes in the middle of
all that technology
on the record player.
I'll tell you,
right?
my father is So my father is turning in his grave. My father used to be a DJ, so I should know.
Lord.
So he knows 33s, right? So the 33s and the pin on the turntable.
Turntables, all of that. Listen, Concord needles. I know that.
Okay.
I don't
put the nickel on top of the needle so it doesn't bounce off when you scratch it.
Exactly.
You know, that's the technique.
Exactly. So
that is disrespectful.
I don't get it, man.
That's the fact that
he gone. He gone now. He mentally he can't come back. He didn't just fell off now. When you broke out with that, he fell out the chair. Lord,
my feelings is hurt.
Somebody pray for it. Good Lord.
My feelings is hurt. That's because you know what it is. It's not personal at you, Indy. It's the fact that you that young that you have no idea what that is.
None.
I'm gonna get me a new chair tomorrow.
You getting the what?
I'm getting rid of the Elgato.
No, you got to keep it. So you got to.
Steve logged. He didn't log off. No, you know what it is? It was that.
Steve didn't log off.
It was that AOL that he's on right now. That's what that is. You know.
Steve, you need a.
I just did a test. Man.
Right.
My speed is fine, man. I don't know what yours is. I don't know what's wrong with yours. It's something you doing on that end, man.
I don't know. We got that good internet over here on the West Coast. You know, we got that Silicon Valley internet.
I just did a test. I got 100 and I got like 200 downloads. I'm good on MP.
It ain't going up. Maybe just coming down. You can stream your Netflix, but you ain't. Well, see, okay. Let's go ahead and stay focused. You know, we was going in on Elgato for a minute. Talk about her.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Oh my God! See, there it is, right there. The man got the.
There it is. There it is. See, that's what I'm talking about. And she still don't know what it is.
That's a record. I mean,
got to get that shirt too. Got to get
the OG's going to give you a little talking point. So it's that most insignificant but valuable piece,
Can't
right?
never have
to some it's
100%.
insignificant.
Can't break
it's
it.
Like
you can't break it.
It's like you have a whole. It's like if you were to get your father's stuff, rest his soul, and somebody said, I got these records here. And you're like, oh, I got my dad's record collection. Without that one little plastic piece, you are
forget about it.
Without that piece.
It is so valuable. You can't even listen to a classic Aretha Franklin without that little piece.
Make it plain. He said you can't even listen to it.
Without that little piece. I'm going to tell Kenny Dope and Louis Vega, my sister from New York City did not know.
Did not know what that is. You gotta buy. You Keith. You gotta buy her one so she can just have it on her desk,
right?
So she can look at it. So she can just look at it.
Shame.
Use it as like a paperweight. Use it like a paperweight.
You walked into some mess, and it said, "Let me come on, just chop it up with him right quick."
Right.
You didn't know that you was gonna walk into some madness, did you?
No.
I'm sorry.
No,
I'm sorry. But you
it's all right.
Family, that is what it is.
We forgive you. We forgive you. We forgive you.
Welcome to Conscious Conversations, right? No scripts. So I know, bring folks in just in a minute. How you doing, though? Talk to us, folks, about tell the people what India Delgado is doing. Oh my God, we
everything. She's doing everything,
and
she's doing everything.
Just tell folks what's going on in your neck of the woods. Goodness gracious.
Wait, did you have one of these? Did you have one of these growing up?
Yes. What is that?
Why you doing?
What is that? You know what she thinking? She think that's an 8-track.
I got nothing to do with it.
She probably like, yes, I know what that is. That's an 8-track.
Is that a 30 gig hard drive or is that a terabyte?
Y'all.
Stop messing with me. It's an 8-track.
I got nothing to do with that, man. They just
is that USB or Thunderbolt?
That's an Apple Shuffle.
I love
that's
you,
an
India.
Apple Shuffle.
Love you too.
She gonna get you when she see you though. Ooh, she gonna get you.
Let me shut up because
we go on the same roads together. We live in the same area. It's all right. I'm gonna catch him.
Yeah,
I need her, so I gotta be nice.
Kick you off.
I got work for her.
I
need her. She got some sessions she gonna have to save me out of. I can't get out of.
Anyway.
So you know, Indy is legit welcome in my house when Tina was like, we got to go out of town that day. And they said they can't cancel. Said, well, ain't you going to call India?
Like, no, I ain't calling her. Maybe I should. All right. What's going on, sis? Talk to us. Huh? Talk to us.
Man, listen, you hit it on the money when you said move in silence, because that's what right. And so we were talking about it. Listen, y'all started talking about keeping up with I said keeping up with the Joneses, but the bag chasers, all this. I can't. And Keith and I talk about that a lot, because when you in your own home, you can talk freely. It's different when we out in these internet streets.
Yes.
But me and Keith, we talk about it. Everybody. Anyway. So that's, I think, one of the things that I changed that I'm doing differently in the last year. Just moving more in silence, right? Like just doing what I got to do. And I felt like it's proven to be more fruitful with all the stuff that I have going on. So definitely doing, we lost Steve for real.
Trifling.
Yeah, man.
Trifling.
Oh, look, I'm like, what happened?
This. Make me say something. This.
Because you can still hear him.
What's wrong with my internet? What is wrong with my internet?
Not your internet. It could be anything. Don't blame your internet. If you know your internet is legit.
I just live stream in 4K earlier, man. So I know I think James slowing down my speed.
So I'm gonna help you solve something real quick. This is weird.
Live for 6 hours.
There it is.
I done been live.
There it is. There we go. We looking better.
Good.
We looking better.
Yes. Trifling, boy.
Are you going through your virtual cam and eCam?
Don't do it.
Or are you going straight?
I am.
Don't do it. Don't
virtual cam.
Do it. He don't know.
Okay, let me ask you this though. I'm gonna ask everybody. So India,
I'm sorry.
Is your system audio installed?
Through eCam? No. I mean, it's installed, but I don't use it because I have the Rodecaster Pro. I don't need it.
Right. I uninstalled mine, and when I'm on somebody else's in eCam, I'm fine. If I have it installed, I don't think it plays nice with my Apollo. That joint will have me like
it doesn't play nice at all. It defaults automatically. So it creates like this robot-y sound. So it'll be like this, like there's a robot in your stuff. And so what happens is, and we're going to go all the way technical, but what happens is that there's something that eCam takes over your audio, your primary audio in your sound settings. And so you don't realize that you hear the robot, and sometimes you don't even hear it. But then what you have to do is you just have to go back to your Mac settings, your sound settings, and change your input and output back to it. And then it works fine. But
I just uninstalled that sucker.
Don't use it.
Put your cash app, put your invoice, buy me a coffee, because then you don't be just giving that information out for nothing.
Freely. Freely. Like you said earlier, pay somebody.
You better start.
You said it earlier, pay somebody.
That's all.
That's it.
Somebody,
that's
man.
Right.
And that's what you do. Yeah.
Man, listen. That's everybody wants to do it. Everybody thinks they're the professional.
See,
everybody wants.
That's what brought you on. You heard that, and you said, "Okay, send me the link," because you was feeling something.
That's
so why did that grab you? And Steve, you too, man, because we started going into that.
Yeah, man.
We do like you said. You just got you streaming, and you just earlier this morning you were doing a
Friday. Friday, I was on a gig in the city doing an on-site gig.
Okay, but for your community management for
Switchboard Live, Switchboard Live,
right? I mean, so again, we do this all day, every single day, and I think I've been live 5-6 hours a day. This isn't for the faint of heart, right? Again, y'all see me looking at you right now, and you see I'm just now building scenes and bringing everyone in. It's not trivial. It's dope when it happens, and a lot of folks want to do this because they want to have this type of environment, or they want to be a creator and want to spread those messages. But talk to us about your trials, tribulations, and things of that. I'll let you go, Steve, since Indy over there sipping on that vodka.
Sipping on
juice, right?
She's sipping on that.
She got a straight beer.
She's sipping on that.
She
right
got brew.
I just got a little something. I got a little something.
She in Philly. She got a 40. She got a New York 40.
She over there sipping on that.
Where your brown bag at? Where your brown bag at? You missing the brown bag?
Right. You need a brown. You brown twisted bag.
And you got to turn the bag down, man. You got to turn the bag down.
There it is, right?
Dude.
We can't.
Right. That look a little more legit.
Oh, there it is.
We can't.
There we go. There we go.
Like David Hunt said, there it is.
What were you talking, James? What you talking about, James?
I don't know. I'm just coming off the dome. Again, the challenges, the pros and cons of doing what it is that we do, and then folks wanting to do it as well, and telling them that there's more. There's a lot of pros, but there's some cons and there's some gotchas. Right. So, being a coach, talk about that.
Mm-hmm. Well, the crazy part, well, this whole Ecamm thing, since we all on Ecamm right now, I remember when I first got into the community or first really started getting into live streaming, and I was using, of course, the StreamYard and something else. Mm-hmm. And then I saw Ecamm, and I got into the community, and my first, I'm telling you not, telling you the truth, is that when I first came in Ecamm, I was like, y'all doing too much. Like, y'all just doing too much.
Okay.
Like that whole, like the all the screen, the dashboard, and I was like, that's just too much. It don't take all of that. And then I'm sitting back in the cut 5-6 months just watching, like, yo, this is just dope. This is dope. Like, you can do all of this. And I fell in love. I fell in love with the process. I fell in love. Here's the thing that a lot of people don't understand about this live stream piece. There's a strategy to it. That you, as you are building up reps to host a show, connect with people, interview people, there's a strategy that you create, or that you should be thinking about creating as you go live. A lot of times people just go live. For me, I love the strategy side of making sure that show that people are going to want to engage with. And for me, that's the gamification of it. But that's the aspect of it that I like and I enjoy. And that's a piece that I try to teach. But once again, it's not for the faint of heart. A lot of times we make this stuff look easy, but at the end of the day, it's not. It just takes time. You got to put the reps in. I was in the Ecamm community so much. It was ridiculous. And I remember I first started with the webcam. Then I had my A5100. And people was like, no, do this, do that, do that. And it was all coming from a really solid place because they wanted to see me succeed. And then I just took that. Next thing I know, I started adding to the repertoire. I started, having a couple of moves, with the stream. And then, now I'm able to do, really successful shows with a whole bunch of different cameras and all that other good stuff too, man. And studio sound treated. And I went into the gear closet and I brought this out because my man Keith got me hooked on this. He got me hooked on this. Like about a year about the Stoyez. And I was like, yo, this joint's dope. And he said it adds a little grit. And I remember the live stream. He said, dude, you guys get the Stoyez. It adds a little grit to your live,
to your voice. Huh?
Yeah. And I used it. I used it several times. I still use it, and it does. It just adds. But you gotta be able to hear that stuff. I know Keith has a better ear for all of that stuff than a lot of us do, but I was able to hear a little bit of
really.
it.
Well, let me ask Ms. Delgado this, right? Again, so because you do a lot of coaching too, right? And then we got the gear, we got all the stuff, but and the clients probably see all of that and they say, man, I want that too. Why do I have to start with what I got? Why do I have to start with just my phone or that Logitech C920 or whatever, right? Do you have that conversation of reeling them back and saying, get what you need as opposed to what you want down the road? Regardless of what you can afford, right? Folks may have deep pockets and say, you know what, I can get that FX30, I can get that Prime, I can get all this. But if you haven't read the manual, if you don't know how to take the camera off of auto and use it in, right?
Come on, man.
So do you have that conversation of really dialing folks back who want to get into content creation, want to get into storytelling, video, audio, and all of that with your folks?
Yeah. I take it in a different approach, more or less finding out more. So, and I think that's the leader in Steve can probably relate because I used to be in retail management, right? So when you're leading people, a lot of it, and this is just in management leadership in general, you want to get the people talking. If you're a coach and you're doing all the talking, you're doing it all wrong, right? Unless you're playing sports. But as coaching people to grow, you want to ask thought-provoking questions and just ask questions like, tell me more. And what else? And what do you think about that? And get them talking, right? So even going into that gear conversation, it's tell me, what do you want to do? What's your vision? What's the long-term goal? What's your short-term goal? And then based off of that, sometimes it may not be right because it is easy. And that goes back to the comment of keeping up with the Joneses. But you also got to be careful of also future-proofing yourself, right? Because you also want to buy once and not twice. So it is like that slippery slope of don't just go buying stuff just to buy stuff because the four of us got MV7s and you need it. But also don't go out and buy the cheapest Yeti because
Hush your mouth.
Right.
Blasphemy up in here.
Don't go out and do that. So I think it's really having that conversation. And it's crazy because I was talking about this for myself, 2 years ago. I was building out my studio and it wasn't about keeping up with the Joneses, but it was literally that future thinking of, all right, I really like this. I enjoy this. I see this potential in business for this. So I'm going to buy my first camera. How much am I going to spend and why? Because what is that going to do for me for the future? Right. And so it's those things. I invested in the Rodecaster Pro, the OG, as soon as I think maybe 2 months into using Ecamm, and it was overkill 2 months into using Ecamm. But now here we are 2 years later, and I've done remote gigs, I've done on-site gigs, I've done all of that stuff that at this point, it has paid for itself twofold. But if that's not something I wanted to do, right? That's why I said it depends on who we're talking to and what they're looking to do. Because if all it is that is a corporate individual that just needs to look better on their video conferences and they're not doing this to get paid, then at this point, I'm gonna tell you to get
that's it.
Elgato wavelength. I'm gonna tell you maybe a Z10, right? But if you are doing this because you are looking to eventually make this a stream of revenue, then let's talk about how you're gonna buy the right pieces to then continue to make you money.
That's hot right there, because that's it right there. That's the fork in the road, right? We all can have side hustles, or we all can do this for fun, because we like to do it as an outlet or whatever. But when you turn this into an LLC, when you turn this into a business, and when you file paperwork and you say, this is what I'm gonna do on a business side, 100%. Right? You're coaching, Steve's out here doing his consulting, Keith's out here doing his things as well, and I'm doing what I'm doing. when you turn that corner, when you go down that road, that's when you got to invest for short, mid, and even long-term future. I don't know what long-term is in this business. It's a short window, but you really gotta you gotta be in front of the technology. You don't have to be bleeding edge, but you gotta be in front of it. You gotta get that RCP2 when it comes out pretty early. You gotta get you gotta get that Rode Pod mic, the new one, because I like the capabilities that it has from a remote production perspective, right? Plugging it directly into your phone. So I'm gonna have that when I go up to my next conference, right? You got to be thinking like that when you're not just doing this for a fun thing, but you're actually doing this to collect POs, invoices,
right?
And I don't mess with Cash App. I'm like Marshall Fox, right? He said I told him I was going to send him some money through Cash App. He said, "Hey, brother, listen. I don't mess with Cash App. You need to send me a PO." I said,
Jay, the one thing though too, right? But like even before the gear conversations that we have, honestly it's about the content. Like
they fell asleep.
What we see is that people.
No, I'm listening because Steve just hit on what I was going to jump on. But go ahead, Steve. Like
my bad.
Get that first. No, say it.
Yeah, people start talking about they want the gear and they want all of the stuff. I have seen people with a dope ass setup and whack ass content. Just go put it out there. It's just the truth, right? We see it. Come on, man. You know, y'all see it too. Y'all see it too, right? Is you can have a dope setup and you can have all the gear, but then the content doesn't align with the setup, right? Everything that Keith does, everything that Keith talks about, India, right? It all aligns with your setup and what you do and the content that you are putting out there. And so I think the step that needs to take place and the conversation needs to take place before we even talk about the gear is like, what do you want to stand for? Right. And I use this in my retail coaching. I use this in the podcasting coaching as well too. Like, who are you? Like, what do you want to stand for? Because anything that you do, whether it's as a leader or as a podcaster or a live streamer, it's just going to be an outcropping of who you are, period. Right. And if you don't know who you are and what you want to stand for, it doesn't matter. The content that you have is not going to have any legs. It's not going to have any staying power. And so you need to find that out first, because this mic, these videos, the audience, man, you'll be found out mag fast. So you need to make sure you have all that stuff. My bad, Keith. Go ahead.
No, you said exactly what, it's like, where do you start from? And remember, I'm going to address the 300-pound gorilla in the room. And I said this, and this is what we learned from the Ecamm community in different spots. Everybody feels great to be like, yo, so I got the new Loom Cube, like, and they do this, and everybody go, ooh, I got 3 of those too. Shouts out to them, you that's the new one. Yeah. And then everybody's in a pissing match when it's just like you ever do something like this? It's like, if I'm on with one of y'all and you have the new bell and you got in the picture, it don't matter if I got 5 of them. I'm not going to overshadow your moment with the bell and be like, come on, oh, you got the same bell I got. And I got the green, the orange, the pink, and all. Then everybody's in this big pissing match on the bell. And then you got all these other confused people that's just like, because they hear everybody going back and forth, they like, I need a new bell. Yeah. And it's just like, you don't ring a bell in your broadcast. Yeah. So why do you need a new bell? Right? It's like, it's like, oh, Keith put a ladder in there. It's like, why do you have a ladder? Because Keith got a ladder. Like, why do you put a bike in your background? Because India got a bike back there and she got it with the Zwift. And it's like, do you ride bike? No. Why'd you get it?
I know.
Right?
I know.
It's like you just forgot what you do and what you're good at. There's so many people that got some great content and they never get it out, because they keep farting around with a microphone, a camera, and stuff. Listen, I can get in trouble for saying this, but I'm going to say it anyway, whether they're watching or not. I ain't going to say who, but the clients that I have come here, I have to remind people, some of them don't realize the table behind me is for y'all to sit at and talk, because y'all are doing podcasts and the camera is a courtesy. But you know what the crazy thing is? They love the room so much that they want to sit here where I'm sitting at. I'm like, this spot was built for me, not the client. Right. This spot is built for if India is up King of Prussia and she like, I got to go live. Let me come through. It's for Kurt. It's for y'all. If y'all in town, it's not for the client that ain't tech savvy, because you're not going to figure this out. Stick with what you're doing. If you're talking real estate, sit down at the table and talk real estate. That's why I got quality mics, because faith comes by hearing. The cameras is not your business. It's going to be on you. And so I think what some people don't do is they get lost in what they're actually trying to do. And the people that win are the people that know exactly why I came into this community. That the problem with Ecamm, the oxymoron of it is, the pros and the cons is, it is a producing app for self and others.
Right.
Right.
And others.
Because what all 4 of us are doing right now ain't what we do if somebody else wants us to stream them. We in a whole different realm. We sitting back like, oh, this is fun, because I'm just switching and I'm doing that. I'm just chilling. Like, I'm sitting here drinking a Pepsi, chilling. Like,
you chilling. I'm
when
over here
it's you,
buttons, so
you doing this thing. So I mean, I'll digress and pull back, but I try to make sure that people know how to separate the conversation. Because if I see something new, I'm gonna be like, India, you check out the new joint, because we geeks like that.
Right.
But it comes from a good place, though, right? It comes from a place of wanting each of us to succeed, as opposed to a crab in a barrel saying, I'm gonna get this, you can't get this, you can't, whatever the case may be. I think we're looking to elevate each of our. Look, I've called Steve on a couple of times and said, hey man,
100%.
Check your camera, check your resolution, check this and this and this. Make sure that you write, your mic is muted, things of that nature. Just because we want each of us to be successful in the endeavor. When we press these record buttons and we turn these lights on, we want to make sure that we're looking right. I have never called Keith and said, hey man, you got that Apollo. I sure wish I could afford that $14.99 and get it. Who you think?
Yeah.
That's just not who it is that that's just not what we do. And
man,
I hope folks see that.
Well, that just happened last week. So I had the in-person gig in New York City for Kiehl's skincare company. They needed 3 cameras.
Yeah.
And I'm stressed out because I got cam links, and the cam links, work when they want to work.
When they want to work,
and
you show up when they want to show up.
Probably multi-billion-dollar company under Kiehl's. If y'all don't know, Kiehl is under L'Oreal. It is a huge company, right? I'm going to a dermatologist's office in Manhattan on 56 and Lex. I was stressed out. I even asked Kiehl to borrow some of his cameras because I was like, listen, I need this shit to look right. Okay? So whatever. And I had the gear and stuff, but I was picking his brains because he has 7 cam links. And I'm like, dude, I know we've talked about this, but now I really need to know. So we're going through it. We're having the conversation, and he knows that I want to get the quad deck link. So I'm texting him because I'm like, I think this may be, but that's an $800 investment. And I've been holding on because what we said, the cam links work for me right now. I'm okay.
Keith don't have that quad link.
Now, you don't got to be laying around. We talk about that all the time. You don't need it, right? And so I do want it, but it goes to the time has to be right. So I text him and I say, you know what, Keith, I've been thinking about this for a minute. I think now with this customer, this might be the reason to pull the trigger, and I'm getting a paid gig. And that's the other thing. And Keith and I have talked about this too. The money we get from our customers, from our gigs, we're reinvesting back into the business too. Amen. Right? That is like, all right, I can use this for right now, but then it's going to bring me 3 more clients. So that was my thought process. I had it in the cart. I said, Keith, I think I got it from B&H, right? And Keith goes, hold up, India, let's talk about this. He said, do they need 4K? Because why don't you just do an A10 mini and that'll cut the cost?
It's right in the comments. Sher Jones just put it up there.
Right. And I said, but I didn't think, and it's not that I wanted to spend, is that legit, because I'm in the moment of check, I need this light, check, I need a C-stand. I'm going through everything overall from a production standpoint. When Keith said that, I said, I freaking love you. Because Rudy from Switchboard Live has an ATEM that I texted him. I said, Rudy, I need your ATEM. You not using it, right? He was like, nah. And I said, listen, that gig I got on Friday, I drove to his house. He let me borrow his ATEM mini. The customers, the stream couldn't even, it was through live scale. So the stream couldn't even accept 4K. It was 1080 anyway. I text Keith back. I said, thank you for saving me $800 right now. Because that was exactly what I needed for this job.
India, look at this. So let's talk what you do, right? But still, if you got the bag, you would be a person that you get the deck link and do it, right? Because when I can do it, I'll probably still do it just because so that I can share with people that I know that'll need it to say, here's a solid solution that you can use. One other point is once you say you going out in the field, in my garage right now, I got a whole Nano case with Adamus Ninja 5s, right? I got C-stands and all this other stuff that I don't even take out in the house. Listen, because when you go out in the field
from your house, I was from his house, but I had everything. But now, so all of that. So what we said, right? We lean on each other as a community standpoint to help each other out. Keith saved me $800 2 weeks ago, right before I had that. It worked. But then the other piece of it is then also learning opportunities. Because what I did learn at that point was that I do have, so then it goes back to I'm not getting a deck link. So now I have the real, I'm just trying to phrase this the right way. Now that I went out and I did that on-site job, I understood why the deck link will benefit me, because here's the thing, right? So, and this may get a little bit technical for people that don't necessarily maybe use Ecamm, but for those of us here, right, where we all use Ecamm, what the ATEM does is that the ATEM does, sends 1/6 feed to Ecamm. So it's the same image in Ecamm. So then for us, it becomes, as a producer, whether, at this point, we're talking on-site production, it becomes harder to manipulate and control your scenes, because now I have one source. And that didn't work for me because I needed 3 individual scenes. It was a model shot where she was literally putting on skin. It was the doctor. It was the host, right? So it was these 3 scenes. And with the A10 Mini, I couldn't zoom in and out. I couldn't manipulate my scenes separately in Ecamm because it's one image, right? So the way we can do it, where if I got camera A, this scene here is zoomed in, we can have a tight shot with one camera. Right. So we have a tight shot and a wide shot with one camera. You can't do that with the ATEM. So I say that because I'm glad I saved the money. I'm glad I used the ATEM. And there's nothing wrong with the ATEM, but the way I like to produce and the way I like to build out my stuff, I said, okay, now
use case,
I can make that $900
right there. Know the use case.
Now you know what to do.
Exactly.
So look, this is why I used to go live on purpose when I would watch. I guess it's the preacher in me, right? Because you get the person that it's like, okay, I'm a business person and I have to do a Zoom and I have to talk to 200 people, and I've done that through my little Mac. Now I see this Ecamm community. I'm like, oh, I want to look better, and I like the lights, and I seen Marshall Fox, and I seen James Hicks, and I seen Worthy, I seen so and so. Oh, Doc Rock had purple. Okay, and they do that and enhance. But then they go, well, how do I X, Y, and Z? And then everybody starts dumping in on what they have. So it's kind of like the piss. It's like the pissing match on what's a good light. I'm not just going to say. I'm gonna say I use Amaran, but I also got 2 cheap Newers, and I got Godox 60s. So then I'm gonna say, what do you need the light for? And then that's when everybody gets stuck. But you know what they do? They'll go, well, Steve got Nan lights. It's like, cool.
Gotta get down.
But if Steve need attention, Steve's gonna go, see, I use Nan light because Nan is the best. Or I use Amaran because no, it's not. No, it's not. And that's where we get people confused at. And I was happy to talk to India because India, and I'll let you know, I might need you for this other gig because this woman that I got to do a speaking engagement. My cousin's doing sound, but she's like, I think I want to stream it. I was like, I got the person for you. So all you got to do is bring your computer and we good because it's a whole different setup. I got a whole different setup for in the field. And a lot of times we're talking to people that you got to, like, I transform into a different person when I go in the field because what you do in the field ain't the same as what you do at your desk.
That's
this
true.
is personal
100%.
space.
That's a good point.
That's
a good differentiation. Yes,
and if you got clients, that's why I got 2 separate spaces in here. That's for the client. That's real simple and it's fixed. This is my space.
You say,
so,
y'all was over there with the audio. This over here, this is my chair. This is my Archie Bucket chair. Oh,
y'all go sit in the back. Y'all go sit in the back.
Y'all, this is my chair. Y'all don't come around here.
I just be trying to help people out. So David put something in there and I get it. So he's like, that would have been ATEM Extreme or Extreme ISO. So I'm just picking up on whatever the conversation was, but that's something that you're going to use if you're not streaming or something. So Indy, I was just talking to somebody and I said, you might want to use the ATEM for that because you got the ISO tracks because they're going to post-produce. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like you got a fail safe where you point all 3 cameras, hit the record, and you can go back and put whatever scene you want. And they're like, oh, okay, I got it. And and I was like, I wouldn't trust Ecamm yet because Ecamm actually sold me out on one angle because they like, oh, we got 3 angles now. And that joint was like, it was like, we didn't get that one. I was like, come on, man. Come on, Ecamm.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
There we go. There, so there for folks. There's the ATEM Mini 295.
Right.
Yeah, but what you said, and I'm gonna cut this up and send it out as well. I mean, what you said about the fact that again, it's one feed coming in at 1080. Yeah, you got 4 inputs, but Ecamm sees it as one camera. So that was eye opening, honestly, for me when I had it. And I had to get rid of it. So I got a 3D printed ATEM Mini Pro case if you want it. If anybody want it, I'll just send it to you.
I said it 1,000 times. I used to say it. Man. I used to yell out and people were trying to fight. They were like text fighting me when I was like, yo, just get multiple cam links and figure it out. They like, oh, get an ATEM Mini. And I was just like, and then finally, after everybody jumped on it, they come in there and they like, oh, because it's easy to explain. It's what India just said. You're in an Ecamm community and you're pitching ATEM, but you're talking about scenes. Hello, wake up real quick. Because you got one scene and you talking about I got 5 cameras. So now you got to go, here's my scene, my opening scene, but I want the opening scene to show this angle. Well, then take your hand and go over there and do 18,000 things.
Right. Right. It's not,
and I'm like, I'm just trying to help.
Right. And it's probably also, I think, and I was thinking, because I'm thinking about it, right? Because I'm like, all right, is it that I'm just so like invested in Ecamm? Because obviously ATEM, right? The community, you look on YouTube,
ATEM
like people
hey, Black Magic. Folks like our cat Jared Spink. I know he uses all their cameras for a while. He was Black Magic too. So I mean, they the truth. So, you know.
But then it's like, I think, like I said, I think from the standpoint of how we know now how to build a production, right? Because that's what you're talking about. You're talking about building a production. That's it. When you're building a production, the use case for, and not even that you can't do it with Ecamm, with the ATEM Mini, which any of the ATEMs. I think because our production software that we use is Ecamm. It's Ecamm limits the power. You're limited, or you by using an ATEM, you're limiting the power that you have.
You do handicap yourself, and it's unfortunate, right? You spend $300 and you end up handicapping yourself.
I look at like for Ecamm, it's in production, right? So we used I use the Ecamm for in production work. I think the ATEM Mini. ATEM is really good for post-production, right? I mean, I guess because if you only have that one camera, now the goal is to take all these, just like Keith said earlier, is to take all these feeds and now create something based off of all of those feeds. But with Ecamm, I'm actually doing it while I'm actually producing, the actual show. So that's, for me, that was the difference. Why I never really bought into the ATEM Mini was because of that fact alone, because I was actually doing it. And then now with Ecamm, with all the different cameras, now I can do exactly what the ATEM does, because I actually have all these different camera views. So now I can actually do a post production from my in production. So it's like a whole bunch of different mindset that you actually need to have.
So I'm gonna pick at the scab a little bit, and I'm gonna ask a question. First for David Hunt, send me a DM, man. I'll promote you, but I'll give you the wrench, god dog it. Listen, if I could have David Hunt on crew too.
Dave's the man.
Are we spoiled? Do we have too much available to us through this particular platform that we now rely so much on? Do we understand the power that we have? Listen, Ecamm is dope, right? I'm gonna be there sipping scotch with Glenn in a couple of months, and we all chime and talk to him back behind the scenes all the time. Community manager, marketing manager, we know all those people. We got the platform sitting on our Macs right now. Do we really understand the power that we have? Do we understand that we got BET here, that we got NBC sitting here on our Mac studios that we can control? Are we I know we are, but do we appreciate the power of the platform that we have and the capability that we have to push out to our communities?
So Cher's in the audience, and so Cher's an OG. She's an OG live streamer. So she's been live streaming since like 2011,
You
2000.
put
I
some,
mean, way back.
Don't say how old she is. Don't get.
I ain't gonna say how old she is. I ain't gonna. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. I ain't gonna do that. But what she would say, what she said, he's so stupid. What she said, and it really stuck with me, was that when she was doing it, even back then, she said, "I'm doing TV on my own terms." Right. And so it's the idea that you are doing TV, if you will, to kind of further your analogy around BET, whatever you want to, whatever station, right? You're doing this on your own terms. I say with people with podcasts, I'm like, dude, you can do whatever you want with your podcast. Like you don't need anybody to greenlight your podcast. You don't need anybody to greenlight your live stream, period. Right. You can live stream your own joint. Right. And so it's all in our hands with Ecamm, and if you want to use something else, to understand like the capabilities that we actually have right now to create whatever we want on our own terms.
Yo, the problem. So here's the problem. Ecamm is so if you try to put the V in with the A, you get jacked up. V is for video and A is for audio, right? Notice people use the term podcast, right? So my clients will say, hey, I'm doing a podcast and I want to come into your studio. But I already know what that means is they're like, oh, I want them cameras like you be putting on you. And first of all, I'm like, it's an upcharge. I give you one camera as a courtesy. The other switching and stuff is an upcharge. Post-production is an upcharge. That's extra money, right? Because it take me time to do that. Yeah. But as a courtesy, I'll work the fee where, yo, you sit at the table and my mics are way beyond the quality of what you need. And so here's the crazy thing. Bowling friend of mine, he came over. I showed him the studio right before Kurt in India came over. And they was like, yo, this is dope. But they were focused. They were like, yo, we just talk about sports, right? And we just going to talk. We ain't even getting cameras. They got a Rodecaster Pro. They got 2 MV7s, right? They got a cloud lifter. They got the cloud lifter and they rolling. I'm sitting there like, damn, y'all doing better than me. I mean, rolling. You know why? Because they realize they're doing a podcast. So you got podcast people that's like, oh, and everybody's doing this. And notice the comment section. Yo, and no offense to none of y'all, but the whole thing is, God darn, I'm coming on here making a point. Some people go, oh, you're pixelated, your camera's going in and out. Oh, it's not focusing over there. Oh, your light's not big enough. Oh, you could be brighter on the left. You could be brighter on the right. Who gives a heck?
Dude.
Because if this is going to podcast, can you hear me? Listen, people, I'm trying to tell folks something. 3 of my clients now, you know what their issue is? It's what Steve is saying. I'm like, dude, what are you going to talk about? Well, I got what I'm going to talk about, but when I switch to the left camera, I want to say a different word, but it's like, dog.
You better say you better.
This is when you watch. This when you going. This when you going to. I am personally about to. I am about to hook India up and set her crib up. She got a dope crib. It's very picturesque. I ain't trying to tell people all about your house, but it's picturesque, right?
We'll be at your house tomorrow.
Brick wall
What's
and
the
stuff.
Address? What's the address?
I want to just set up 4 mics in her joint and be like, get this bag, because I will drop clients on her and be like, yo, y'all need to go to India and pay her by the hour. Go in, say what you going to say with a minimum of a 2-hour block and leave. Because we not doing this, because I'm going to take your money from my consult, but I don't want to deal with the aggravation of trying to help you to flow through something that you should not have been doing. You should not have been doing this.
Hold on,
so to answer James' point.
Hold on, let that.
No, wait. I'm going to close and give the mic. I'm about to mute my mic. I'm going to mute my mic.
We need a rewind button, man. Rewind, selector.
No.
Home again.
I'm going to say this and I'm going to shut up and let y'all talk. Wow. What needs to happen to James' point about the spoilage, and it's not Ken's fault, it's not Glenn's fault, it's not Doc's fault, it's not Katie's fault, nor Caleb. It's none of their fault. The software is great. People have to understand that the software is 30 miles ahead of them, right? It's more than enough. And what needs to happen is that people got to understand when they get into it, the spoiling effect is that people get sucked into doing all the stuff it can do, and they forgot why they jumped on it in the first place. So it is for the individual, but it's also become, as a consequence, the awesomest product for us producers. We got to know how to use it for what we need it for. That's the thing. I'm shutting up. Y'all go ahead.
Hey, yo.
Now give me my theme music.
India don't know if she gonna get that bag because I'm setting these folk up. I'm setting these folk up.
Yo.
Wow.
Hey. Back there. I started to set up. I put a little sofa back there. I'm good. Listen,
your stuff is dope, and appreciate you for walking us through while you were putting it together. You know, the trials and the tribulations. We saw it all, right? The blood, sweat, and some.
That was dope. That was dope.
I'm sorry for messing with you with them light triggers too. You were trying to set it up, and I know I was. I was throwing you off. It was here come the weed man, and then the lights would change blues. I forgot what it was.
Listen, I turned that off real quick. I think I did that one stream. I said no, never again. Forget that.
My gosh.
Steve, you want to know a funny story? So when I bought my house 2 years ago out here, right? And so I text Keith, and I'm like, we live about 30 minutes away from each other without traffic. Text Keith, I was like, listen, I bought my house, you know, blah blah blah, whatever. I think I was in the house for maybe a month, and I think I was downstairs doing something. All of a sudden, and I'm like,
here come the police.
Who?
I remember,
right? Like,
did he tape that? Did he tape that?
Yeah, I was live.
I remember that. I remember that.
And then he's like, hey, and I'm like, how the what?
How'd you know where I live? Like,
this boy then Google Earth you and found out when you. Lord,
yeah. He low jacked your bike.
Yo, Philly guys, we know how to do it. We raise up on you right there. You know what I'm saying?
He was like, he went over there. Yo, you know India? Where she live? Where she live over there? Oh, which one? What's the number?
No, they go keep right there with a cup of coffee. How you live? You all right?
Right now, who the hell is that? My God, I got nobody.
Keith punk somebody for the address. Keith punk somebody for the address. Like, yo, what? Give me her address right now, son.
Game now. Game.
Next thing you know, he rolling up. Open his door, India. I know you in there. Open the door.
I'm gonna find the key. I know you got a spare key, so I'm gonna find that.
What is happening right now?
Hold on, I can't do it right, but you got to do it. He knocking at the door, talking about yerk. He like yerk.
I don't know what is happening now. It's we done just gone off the rails, boy. Off the rails. I'm trying to add you, Mr. Hunt. I don't know what's going on in the world right now.
That was funny. Oh man, that was a little. But anyway,
I literally remember that. I remember that live stream when he was like, "I'm not gonna tell y'all where I'm at. I'm gonna hide her." He's I'm gonna hide her address.
Yeah, because I made sure I ain't show everything. Yep.
I remember.
Man,
that was awesome.
Listen.
That was awesome.
My word.
Then she let the dog
India,
bite
dude,
me and stuff.
India, hold on. No. I gotta give India her props. Yo, you set me up. What
you got?
I was trying to figure out how to use the Rodecaster, the Rode Wireless Go 2 with my Rodecaster Pro 2. Yo, I watched you. I was going back and forth with your video. Yo,
that comeback video.
Dude, listen to me.
Miss Anderson in the community sent me a message too. She said, India, she sent me a video message. She said, India, I just look who I'm watching. Shows me a video of me. She was doing the same thing. I said, I'm glad to see my comeback video helping y'all out. Good. That was a good one.
I just switched mics. I literally, this is all through to India. I just switched mics. Now I'm on my Rodecaster.
What you need to do is switch your internet provider. Yeah. You need to talk to Speedify. Which, listen, I got a code for Speedify to get you. I think it's like 30% off. What you need to do?
Good Lord,
it's fine. I love you, brother. We love you, man. It's it's family here. We need to balance out the latency.
I don't know what is going on, man. This is getting on my nerves.
What is
because
happening?
we've been on we've been on streams before, man. So I don't know what the deal is. I think it's on you. I think you got me going on, man. I think you're doing something to me, man.
Maybe
man. You doing you got some West Coast. You got some West Coast hate.
I don't mess around with 1080. Right,
you got some West Coast hate.
I only do 4K.
Son, you got some West Coast hate going on.
I always
get on James because he's on the left coast, man.
You got to give Doc credit because look, Doc will be on a live and he'll say something like this, and this is just my thing to you, Dave. I mean to Steve. Sometimes it's not even your fault, right? And he'll say something like,
"I'm good."
No, it's his fault.
Huh? You say it's his fault?
Yeah, I'm looking at my back. Don't let me go. Don't let me go.
Son.
I'm trying to help you out. I'm trying to help you. Like,
don't let me go.
I'm good.
Listen to me. Right now.
He the one saying something, Keith. I ain't saying nothing all night. He been the one saying stuff. So no, I get it. I get it. I'm good. Nah, man, he just be mad because I be trashing him in the comments when he go live and stuff and be putting him on the spot.
See, I got Speedify, but sometimes you mess around and it turns into Sleepify. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
I stopped messing with that.
See, now I look. See, there you go. See, now I look crispy.
I don't know what you did.
Now I look crispy. Thank you, James, for helping up my speed. You did something over there.
Hey, man. I'm sorry.
Come on.
I'm sorry. I've been on about 9 hours today, so I've been talking to people all over. Keith saw.
Same here, man.
I'm gang.
I saw you.
Gang. So, listen, man. I want to be cognizant of y'all East Coast people time. Appreciate.
That's his way of saying y'all ain't gotta go home.
Yeah, y'all ain't got to go home.
I know, right? Come on, Morris Day. Come on, Morris Day. Hey, hold up, India. Hold up, India. Do you know who Morris Day is? India, do you know who Morris Day is? Let me just make sure that. See,
wait a minute.
You gotta be. You lying, right?
No, I mean, unless I know him.
You
by
lying, right?
She is Puerto Rican, though.
Oh my!
She is Puerto Rican. You got to ask her, do she know who DeBarge is?
You see it in the eyes right now. I ain't even playing. You better act like you.
Lisa Coach
You got to ask her, do she know who Menudo is?
You know Lisa Coach Am. You know Lisa Coach. Yo, they gonna kick us off because we not being nice.
Bruh. Okay, so
you don't know who Morris Day? Oh my God!
You know what?
Keith, come on, man. You can't let her be in Philly and not know who Morris Day is.
Wait, you know who Jennifer Lopez is?
All right, Jock,
That was cold. That was a cold shot. That wasn't necessary. I don't need. I don't approve of that either.
I know. Yes, I know who she is.
There's 3 against 1. You don't approve of that. That is.
Izzy is our little sister. She is our little sister.
That's just me. So I've had musical interventions with my wife as well, right? And every now and then I'll just pop up and say, "Hey, you hear these? Name these tunes. You hear them, these 3 notes.
Yeah, name these tunes.
You better know who's singing or playing. We're gonna have a musical intervention with you. There's some groups you got to know. You
can't fault. No, she don't have to know.
Did you see my stream earlier?
David Menudo, right?
You need
Garfield Bright. Did you see my stream of Garfield Bright? You know him.
She has no clue. She has no clue.
You know the group.
No clue.
She wouldn't know. She would not know that. She's not even obligated to know that.
Yo, we need to give her some homework. We need to give India some homework.
So
you need to watch Purple Rain.
Hold on.
You need to watch Purple Rain.
Listen, when Purple Rain came out, I was like 4 years old.
Oh,
yeah, she gets a big pass.
My brother.
Okay. All right.
She gets a big pass. She gets a big pass.
Yeah, 4 years old. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
okay.
She gets a pass.
Well, you need to do.
a pass.
Well, you need to do Friday night videos or something, man. Yeah, you need Friday night videos, man.
Okay. No, this one right here, Andy, please.
Crush Groove.
No, hold on. Please don't disappoint. Just lie if you have to. And Steve just hit on it.
Okay.
You do know the movie Friday.
Yes.
I can't assume nothing no more.
No. Who was in it? Who was in it?
No, don't do that to it. Don't even do it. Don't even do that to her.
No, son. No, we got to go deeper. Who was in it? Who was in it?
Know how come every time I come in the kitchen, you in the kitchen?
See? No, son. See, who was in it? Who was in it, India?
I just said Chris Tucker and Ice Cube.
Okay, there you go. You just looked it up. You just Googled that. You just Siri that joint.
Boy, there was about to be some furniture moving around here. There was about to be some furniture moving.
Yo, you do know. Hey, Steve, James, y'all gonna laugh at this.
Yeah.
So one of the podcasts that I had to do, shout out to India who had Joel Osteen on her screen. I'm gonna let that slide right there. She had Joel Osteen on her screen.
That's dope.
So big shout out to my sis.
Put the link to that. Yeah. That's dope. Okay. Put the link to that. Yeah.
It was private. It was private.
Okay.
Yeah.
But guess who I had on my screen, Steve? It was a crew that I work with on Saturdays, By Felicia.
By Felicia, yeah.
Remember By Felicia? Yeah. I had By Felicia on the screen, and we laughed because I was like, yo, this is the By Felicia chick. And it's like she does a lot of stuff. I got the interview somewhere on the hard drive, but I was like, this is the By Felicia chick, and I was just like, wow, I forgot her actual name. Yeah, it was interesting because they were interviewing her. It was like, what should we know you for beyond By Felicia? You know, and it was just like, damn, that's
Yeah, what's
the actual By Felicia
people sitting around like,
right.
We should ask the studio. We should ask the audience to ask India. That's a good show. Ask India.
Oh, ask India. Ask India. Like name some song.
right there.
Let's create something right there, son. Right there. Ask India with the question mark. With the question mark. Ask India.
It would be a bet. It would be a bet to find out if she knows. So the wager would be, okay, somebody has to ask India, does she know a song? And then everybody puts in there, does she know the answer to it, yes or no? That would be the bet.
Dude, that's let's do a trial run right now.
Play it on the keyboard, right?
Yeah, go ahead. That would be so dope.
I can't stand it.
Yeah, there you go.
Play the old school. Come on in here, David Hunt. You know you want to come here. You want to have these dueling keyboards. She's like, what is that? Uh-oh.
Here you go. Here you go.
You know that, girl. If you don't start bobbing your head.
You know what that is? What song was that one?
Girl, if you don't start bobbing your head.
I know the hook. I don't remember, but I know it.
It's in the wrong chord. Put that in G. Put that in G.
I feel like I just listened to that the other day. I know it. I know it.
All right, somebody put it in there, and somebody put it in.
Yeah, but
come on now.
He was in the wrong key for it. Put that in the
Do you know who Mary J is? Do you know who Mary J is? Please tell me you know who Mary J is.
Yes.
See, that's disrespectful.
Yes,
too. See,
yes,
I'm
yes.
Not gonna
She's from Staten Island. No, she's not from Staten Island.
Get out of here with that.
She play on the power.
Yeah, I know, just making sure.
I'm not gonna sit here.
All right, good. Just making sure. I was making sure.
Our young sister like that, but Lord have mercy.
No, it's not disrespect.
She know who 50 Cent is. She do know who 50 Cent is.
That's it. That's it.
I do.
That's it.
Okay.
I do.
You know,
I do.
All right.
Yeah.
DMX. Yes. Okay. All right. Das Effects. De La Soul.
Yes.
Okay. Pete Rock. Pete Rock. CL Smooth.
Yes.
All right. Hold up.
She's from New York. She's from New York.
Yeah, I know. I got. Yeah. So yeah, she know all those.
You're not even like being hard. You're hitting some. Must
I know. I'm giving her some softballs. Coogee Rap and Polo. I'm giving her some softballs. I'm giving her some softballs because I'm gonna make up. Cher said I was meaner than I was fuzzy.
You was throwing some slanging some stuff there. You
hitting her hard because when she said Purple Rain, 4 years old. No, she's young, but she young.
I remember watching that with my parents.
You said that like, yo, wow. I was like, that just hit me when you said that. I was like, I realized how old I was when you said that. That's what it
She
was.
said that, I was just like, damn.
So bring it back. I mean, that's the cool thing.
I know Keith and I were like, oh, we were like that. We were like Kevin Hart.
All the gray just grew. The gray just went
remember
deeper.
when Don Cheeto said I'm 56 and Kevin Hart was like, damn.
I'm sorry.
That's how I felt when she said I was 4 years old with Purple Rain. I was like, damn.
Kevin Hart said, damn.
I just looked it up. It came out in 1984. I was actually 2. So.
Oh, did you ever watch Blazing Saddles?
Everybody seems well.
You got to see that. No, see, this is why we can pour into. You got to watch Blazing Saddles.
You do.
That's where
you got to watch some classic stuff. You got to watch some classic stuff. Just so you
think about this
it.
too, and while you're searching,
India,
it's pretty cool, dude. From
you and Angie, y'all still tight, right? You and Angie good,
Mm-hmm,
right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll make sure. Okay, you got asked. Right? So look, that's a date night.
Yeah.
We still live.
My fault. I was like, y'all good? I'm just asking.
That was a post-line conversation.
I was just like, I didn't feel like using the chat. You know what I mean? I'm like,
on multiple channels.
My fault, Angie. What's going on, sis? Like,
I know.
Angie about to come down the steps.
That was like a text.
Loaded? It's like, no.
You should have texted her. You texted that joint. You should have been like, hold on for a second. Like, before I say this, can I say this?
Bruh, Angie can walk down the stairs in a second.
Me and Angie tight. Me and Angie cool. So Angie be like, what you mean by that? Did she say something?
Exactly.
Like, no. We only talked about deck links and cam links. Nothing. We didn't say and nor G. We didn't say and nor G.
You got something to tell me?
Yeah. I thought, do we need to talk?
We need to talk.
When you getting off that live stream,
tonight, boy, it's gonna be chilly in Philly tonight, boy.
when you getting off that live stream,
hey, and you're gonna get called in like 5 minutes. You don't want that. We need to talk conversation.
You got that microphones matching your shirt. You think you all cute?
Yeah, we
can say whatever you want to say
tonight. Yeah, we not talking DNH tonight.
You can say whatever you want to say. You get on there with them. Come on now.
Yeah, very funny.
That's my story right there.
That blessed my soul. I forgot what I was going to say.
Good, right?
Somebody else. Lord, pray for us.
Tina, come get them there. Come get them there. Where's Tina?
I'm gonna bring this new dog leash over. The dog's still cool with you, right?
What is happening?
I don't know. The rails and we didn't fell off. I was trying to leave, but then y'all kept talking because I'm trying to get underneath. You know, Steve. I'm trying to get underneath. The
Ain't no time.
I'm jumping on a plane.
Keep walking away.
He fell out, man. He fell out. He laughing or something, man. He going to get something.
You're still good with Sony, right?
Got nothing to do. Angie don't care about no kittens. Angie don't care. You messed around and brought her name care about
Angie. See,
you done said her name out of school. Listen, she don't care about no Cindy Lynn.
Yeah, you brought up it, man. Ain't nobody saying nothing about no significant other.
Nothing about no F stops. She don't want to hear nothing about no.
You still good with it? Everything's still good, right? Okay, all right. I just want to make sure.
You don't be talking to people in a while. You be like, they be looking like.
Right.
Can you edit that out?
Right.
We live?
No,
you can't edit that out.
It's all over the planet. On the Facebook too.
It's all on James. It's all on James.
Facebook too.
Yo, we don't need no status changes. We don't need no status changes. Nothing like that on Facebook.
It'll come up as a mirror.
It ain't on India's page.
Oh my goodness.
It will be tomorrow.
We need no status changes, man. It's all good. It's all love.
Put it on her page. It will be tomorrow.
Oh my goodness. That was funny as well.
Let me see if this works.
Dude, right.
Oh, snap. I'm crying over here, man.
I can't do nothing for you.
I am literally
can't
crying.
do nothing for you, mate.
I'm literally crying over here.
Everything. Oh, now you're trying.
Yo.
You should have done that from the get go. But you know.
Oh, that worked.
Yeah. You should have gone into the private chat earlier as opposed
Send
to
Angie a link. Tell Angie to get on here.
Were you trying to make it better? You trying to make it better? I want to bring y'all together. Keep like the man. I want to bring y'all together.
Private chat.
Jump on the line. Let's set up a bike ride. We going bike ride tomorrow. Let's set it up.
This is like
live. I get on no bike with you, brother.
This is like live Love Island. Like I want to make sure y'all good.
TV. Yeah, this is Big Brother. This is all of them rolled into one right here.
Right.
90 days.
Only on James Hicks show.
Lord have mercy.
Only on live with Focus, man. We focus, man.
My analytics is gonna go down the tube right here because you is not in your niche right now.
No, they actually gonna go up.
Yeah, I know, right?
They gonna go up. Watch, they gonna go up. Y'all gonna thank me for this later.
Technology. Right now, you talking about trifling folk. That's the category. Trifling folk.
It's gonna go up.
Categories that I pick.
That's it. Check it in.
You talking about loving hip hop Philly?
Wait, now,
we got a whole new show going.
Hold up. Keep checking in for real. Keep checking in because the first stream I got on with him, it was me, him, and Doc.
Yeah.
And it was around this same time, and I was with my ex. And I swear to God, a month later, we was broken up. That's why I keep checking in. I swear to God.
I had to check in like
April 27th.
Oh,
I'm gonna put a calendar note right now. Hold on.
She good now.
Keith, man.
Angie cool. Like I'm just listen.
I'm taking a calendar note right now.
Yo, man.
We never gonna forget. We stayed on live with India. What was it? We were in the no, we were in the app.
There.
Remember, we continued it. We got off the live and we went into the app. What's it called? What's the app everybody was on for a second that nobody's in right now?
Clubhouse.
We were on Clubhouse with India all the way to Pittsburgh.
From Pittsburgh, yeah, man. From Jersey to Pittsburgh, a 4-hour drive because I packed my shit and
wow.
Hey, you sound like you're over that.
Go ahead. Let it out.
You sound like you passed that hurdle.
Support system.
Are you good?
She only at step number 5. She has not made it to 12. She only at step 5. I don't know what number 5 is, but that's where she is. So we're gonna get you to 6 tonight. Come on now, let's pray for you.
We was like, from Jersey to Pittsburgh, man. I had to pack my stuff up. What? No, I'm good. I'm good, y'all. I'm good.
No, I'm good. Listen, I'm better than good. I am.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. She won't even look at you in the camera. And
man,
she's doing everything now. She ride bikes. She ride bikes. She taking vacation.
Yes, she is.
From January 1st to April 30th, I put an offer on a home, bought my home, and closed on my home in 4 months. That is unheard of. I said, all right, I got you. I know my worth.
Yeah.
So here we at.
Yeah.
Here we at.
Yeah, you do. Look at you.
You killing it.
And the whole time had the best damn green screen anybody ever saw because nobody knew it was a green screen.
I was breaking feelings with that green screen. I was hurting. I don't remember who it was.
And the Zoom was the color. No, was it Canva or was it Zoom? The design
was Canva. It was a kind of a background. And I remember somebody's feelings was it was like, nah, that's a regular. And I was like, no,
my feelings was hurt.
And then I unclick, like, Ecamm, uncheck the green screen. You see people's mouths like, wait, what?
And remember, you showed me, you showed some of us on one of the lives. And then,
you
like,
did.
we never really said it.
One.
We didn't expose it and be like, oh, that's the green screen. It was like, she told us and we were just like, dang.
Yes.
But then we were just flowing so much and people was like, I think somebody even asked her, like, did you paint that wall? Like, did you paint it?
Yes.
Like, what you painted with?
Yes.
People were literally asking,
they were asking all the details. They were asking all the details about what you did.
Did you have an artist come in there and do that?
And I was sitting back. I was like, I think, is that real? Like, is that real? And then you were like, boom. I was like, oh, snap. Oh, dang. I would have never known. I would have never known.
Yeah.
I would have never known. Yo,
that was
yeah, those were some crazy days, man. I wasn't on those, but I was in the cut watching. Watching with you guys. Those are some dope days, man. Those were you and Angie still good, right? You guys good? Okay, I'm just making sure. You gotta balance that out. Yo, James, it's your turn to ask.
Brother,
we gotta share the love. James, it's your turn to ask, man.
Remember,
it's your turn to ask.
Yeah,
I've been married for 23 years. I know when to speak. I know when to not speak. I know when to just
when to hold them.
You know what I'm saying?
Know when to fold
them.
The statement that I have around here, my wife knows. I may wear the pants, but she hold the belt. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
I like that. That's an OG line.
Yeah, man.
I like that. Leave it at that.
All right.
That's a good.
Leave it at that because that sounds like some.
That's the yin and the yang, right?
That sounds like some private stuff, man.
But she hold that belt. So
that sounds like some private stuff, man. That sounds like some private stuff that you don't need to share.
That's some old. That's that old Morgan Freeman coming out right there. I done been. Come on now.
Yeah, you sound like you about to break into some Isaac Hayes or something, man.
Let me see the dog. Look at him.
Hold up a second.
Oh
yeah. Yo, he ate. What did he eat? What did he eat? Because you were just talking about it in the video. He ate the dead cat or something, didn't he?
I love
it. Did he eat like your dead? Yeah, I saw the video.
Yes, fucking pain in my ass.
Yo, that was dope. That was dope how you cut to him and he was looking up like, what? I don't know what you're talking about.
Right, all the garbage on the floor.
You need the dog cam. Like, put the dog cam up.
The dog, let me see. You want to see the dog here? Hold on. Where's my eCam? Let me see.
Put the dog cam. Because remember, Tom Buck did the dog cam, but he didn't keep it.
Oh, yeah, underneath his death? Yeah, it was right there.
Yes, there the dog cam. I love it.
Yeah, there you go.
I love it. Look.
In the end of the video, she's like, I'm sorry if you hear all this wind. You know, my dog ate the dead cat, and the dead cat, and then boom, she cuts to the dog, and the dog's like at the screen, like, what? I don't know what you're talking about. She cuts back. It was dope in the video. It was dope.
She's disrespectful. She don't care. She rude.
That was dope.
Anyway.
I love it. Oh my goodness. So what's
man.
Oh, James got night. He gotta go night.
No,
James.
I ain't going.
You got a plane to get on, right?
I'm jumping on a plane. I'm going down to San Diego tomorrow. And I was gonna try to get underneath that squat rack here before.
No, that's like the only state. That's like the only state. California's ridiculous. Like that's the only state. Like do you got to jump on a plane?
But we big out
Pennsylvania.
Here,
oh yeah, you got to jump on a plane.
New York,
go to
you can
another
drive somewhere. Like
they're trying to split us. In two
it's just like it's massive.
Where you at,
man.
Steve?
It's just like gets on my nerves. I'm in Atlanta now.
Where you? Oh, you in Atlanta?
I'm in ATL now.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait a minute now. Atlanta. I was just in them streets.
Yeah,
I was in them streets, dog. Everywhere we went was like an hour away. And what is it? That airport is phenomenal. But when I swear to you, you're driving forever. Man. You're driving forever just to get from a terminal to another spot. I said, damn, I got off the expressway and they drive like banshees down there, bro. Everybody's got a charger or something. And each India, every charger I seen was souped up. I promise you, I couldn't find a plane
and blacked out.
Everyone had a Hellcat. It was like, it was just straight hell down there because everything was a Hellcat. I mean, they come back.
Yeah, and I live. And I live in the outskirts. And I live in the outskirts of Atlanta. So I live in Alpharetta. So it takes us like 40 minutes from here to get probably into Atlanta. To downtown. Period. Wow. And that's because
So you're north of the airport or south of the airport?
No, I am way north. I am way north. So you got to so for the airport, you actually have to drive into Atlanta, right? And then I am even north, further north of Atlanta. So Alpharetta. So it's like ridiculous. So to get to the airport, it's about an hour. It's about an hour.
That's too long.
And that's without traffic. You know how that, you know how we do. Like, those of us from the Northeast, everything is like, you say something and you have to say it's like with traffic or without traffic. Right. So that's without traffic.
Right. That's what right before you jumped on, I said he lives 30 minutes away from me without traffic. Because with traffic is about 50 minutes. With traffic is about 50 minutes. Okay.
You gotta put that little piece in there. People don't understand that. They're like, I'm 40 minutes away. That's without traffic. like that's without. It's like I feel like that's like a Seinfeld episode. Like that's without traffic.
Without traffic. 100%.
That's how that goes.
100%.
Hey, in October.
Yeah, no, man. I'm loving it. I'm loving it down here. What you say?
Go ahead, brother. I didn't mean to interrupt. I was going to ask about.
No. I was just telling Keith. No, I love it. I love it down here. I lived down here before. From 2000 to 2009, and then I left. I lived in Boston. I was telling James this a while ago. I lived in Boston for about 4 or 5 years. Then I moved to Central New York, and I with work. And then I moved to Maryland, and then now I'm back down here. I left New York in like '96, and I moved down there to Charlotte, and that's when that's when all the black folks were moving down south at that time. And like everybody it was a great migration, from the north to the south, because all the jobs and all the all the opportunity at that point in time was. I know India was like 7, but there you go. We got to put everything in like India age terms. We got to. That's it. That's it.
Walking around in Pampers.
Yeah, I was in high school. How old was India? Right? You know what I mean? Like I got married. How old was India? Yeah, you gotta put it. You gotta put the two together.
Yeah. That's a crazy thing for us to think about. But I mean, that's pretty cool too.
Still good. Yes.
What's that?
Still good. I said, and then randomly check it. Still good. Yes.
Yeah. I'm not going to ask about that. I ain't gonna ask about that.
See, you know what we miss about these streams is something that Kurt does, and I love his consistency on Friday nights, right? Sometimes just get on there and shoot the breeze, right? Because look at Motivated Minds. It's saying driving and listening, you guys are cracking me up. Sometimes you just got to do that frequency and just, shoot the breeze, man.
Right.
Let's do it. Hey, let's do it. We a lot of us were, and so I mean, I'm not gonna call names, but KP and I talked about this. A lot of folks were heavy into doing this when the world stopped, and I miss them.
No, man,
I miss them. Right, the folks that aren't doing this anymore. I wish it was still doing it. So I would love to champion that. Us just getting back together and doing this 4-hour, 5-hour streams. I don't know if I can do that. I'm an old man, but. We can still do this and chop it up, and we got folks that are still watching, listening, chiming in. Carlos is driving, right? I mean, and checking us out. We just got to do that. We just got to do this, man.
I agree. I think that's
because
you
know why? Because that's
you're
right. That's what made it, because it was in those long streams, right? That you farting around with stuff. Now, look, I don't know if you made this scene up, James, or if you had it, but going to it.
No, I just made it.
You took.
I'm dope like that.
Okay, you made it.
Yeah.
But you needed us to just talk, and I had to ask about Angie, and that gave you time. It was a distraction. It gave you enough time. That's what it was about. It was a distraction. And they gave you time to make the scene up. See,
no, I lost all control of my functions when you asked that. I didn't know what to do. Deer in the headlights.
I know.
Light in the end of the tunnel, and it was a train. I didn't know what to do. I was like,
there you go.
I was like, oh Lord, she about to.
I feel like
heck yeah.
That was another Kevin Hart moment. Damn.
Yeah.
Like damn. Yo, I gotta make that. I gotta put that on my. We all need to put that. We all need to put that on our Rodecaster Pro, that Kevin Hart joint right there. That's like that's an imperative.
Right.
Hey, India, you gonna like the new Fargo, whatever. They did with it what we always wanted. So you being the Stream Deck master of your own, so you know when you have to set up triggers. So what I was doing was, here's what I found: if you use the music straight out of Ecamm, it doesn't sync up. So when I was live and I'm like singing with something and clapping, my clapping is off on the stream. So I was just like, okay, so then you have to use Loop Deck. So if you play something off your iTunes or whatever, you're singing or you're clapping, you're on beat. So I was using Fargo, but then you always had to remember to keep it on top in order for it to work. They just integrated with Stream Deck, where all of your triggers come into the Stream Deck, and it has a ducking on there. So when you play music, I can just hit a button and duck the music like in live time.
Oh, that's dope.
You can duck the individual sounds and you can duck the master. You can hit instant fade on whatever you're doing. So they literally bought everything that you would want out of the Rodecaster. They bought it to your entire Stream Deck. And so it works in the background.
What plugin is that? What plugin is that?
So mention that because Alec is on here too. If he's still watching it, he's a big Stream Deck person too. So that's dope. Okay.
Dude,
I got my Stream Deck set up. Fargo.
Yeah, Fargo. You got it? It's from
no, I got my Stream Deck.
The Loop Deck people.
It's the same company from Loopback, not Loop Deck.
Yep.
Loopback.
Loopback. So it's the Loopback. Yeah, Farrago. So Farrago, it works with your Stream Deck.
Farrago.
Yes, Farrago. It works with your Stream Deck. So when I seen that sucker, I was like, oh, I am gravy now. So I got a whole music bed button, and you hear that music, right? You hear that music?
Yeah.
Watch this.
Yeah.
So I could be talking, the music's loud. I hit this button to duck it right there. Then you can change it. So I'm literally just hitting the button right there and ducking it at the same time. Isn't that crazy?
That's fire. That's fire.
So look right here. When you go to, I hit my music bed thing, and I'm literally like doing this. Music's up, right? So I'm talking, blah, 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 blah. You say something, you drop it right there. Then you can just take, and it turns on colors, so you can just stop it and hit all your buttons. It just literally just works right off the bat. It's so dope. It's so dope. The fade buttons, and you can edit right in the software. You can edit in the software. So in the software, if you want to loop something, you can put a loop on whatever you got. Like you can edit it and truncate it and loop it in there, copy it, and it puts all of your files into its own software. So the trigger is instant. It's not, you don't have to wait for it, and you don't have to worry about forgetting if the app is on top or not. Because that's when it was triggering my Ecamm stuff. You know, you get what I'm talking about, right, India? Where you had to set the button to make it go back to putting Ecamm on top and blah, blah, blah. I was like, yes, heavens opened up and they figured it out. And when I say it's a dream come true, it's fire. All your triggers are like instant.
This looks like something that would probably what's that software package that has a whole bunch of utilities?
Oh, setup.
Yeah.
Set
This looks
but it's not in there.
Okay.
No, it's not in there because I have set app. But this is a part of the Loopback series. RK3 uses this a lot. He told me about it. RK3 uses it for his playlist when he does like virtual events, in-person events, because it's super, super dope with it. But the fact that they have like Stream Deck integration, now I got to check it out. That's pretty cool.
When I seen it jump up, it's like, oh, we have it on Stream Deck now. So the only thing with it is, because I like to call out what the thing will throw you off. You have to either open up Farrago, right? Or like you can set a button on your Stream Deck that when you go to hit the music actually won't be there. So whatever Stream Deck scene you set up, you have to open the Farrago, and then you'll see all the buttons that correspond to the Stream Deck.
Yeah, that's how the Stream Deck is. Because if Ecamm isn't open when you have your Stream Deck, it'll just show blank buttons on your Stream Deck. You got to have Ecamm open.
Yep.
So that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's the same. I got you. Yeah.
So wait, let me ask you this. If you Okay, but I have custom buttons, right? So I get what you're saying, but on Ecamm, so here's what I'm thinking now. If you put custom buttons on there, like the overlay, my Stream Deck is always going to tell me what the Ecamm buttons are, even if Ecamm is closed with the overlays. If the overlays aren't on there, then it'll disappear. That's weird though. Because if I close Ecamm right now, it's still going to have all my buttons up here is going to show. It's just not going to do nothing because the app's not open.
No, maybe for the run scene. And for the run scene option. So if you run specific scenes, if Ecamm is not open, it won't show. It'll be like a clear box. It won't show up.
Are you kidding me?
I lost y'all.
Wow.
No, because you can't run it. You can't
No, but what I'm saying is if you create your own custom buttons, the image still is on the button. It's just it's not going to do anything.
Icon,
yeah. So what I'm thinking is
right. Yeah.
Okay, got you. So what I'm thinking of doing is in the Farrago, I want to make the icon so that when it's closed, I still know what it is. Because it freaked me out. I was like, did this daggone thing malfunction already? Right. And it didn't malfunction. Right. I learned that it has to be open. So
right. Yes. If you put a custom icon over it, it's always going to show because that's on the Stream Deck itself is the image, right? Like it's like the wallpaper. So because you put the custom image, it doesn't matter. But and behind it, it won't. Right. You're right.
Makes sense.
All right. So but my slow behind didn't know that because I had put all my custom icons on there. So when I finally got to this and I didn't have icons, I was like, yo, what happened to my Stream Deck?
What happened?
It broke.
Andy, I was freaking out. I was like, hell no. I was like, this was just working great.
Let me see. Where's my thing? Let me see.
You gonna love
Jill,
it. Listen,
you.
No,
appreciate
you
for joining in. We just chopping it up. Don't know when we're gonna go until I run out of drive space. We'll see.
Till you run out of drive space.
Well, I archive everything. I'm gonna keep in this one. There's some.
Wait, you said Jillian's here?
Yeah, there's some gold.
Yeah, she's two of my favorite people.
This
That's
man
what I'm talking about.
got a
say cheese.
Right
I said
there.
cheese. I'm saying cheese to Jillian.
She miserable.
You like
look
that,
at the dog.
No. So I was asking, you guys going to Boston in October? Find a way now. Come on, find a way.
It's in Boston or is it in Massachusetts somewhere?
Close enough. It's 45 minutes away.
It's in Massachusetts. Yeah.
And stay for the event, but stay for the weekend too. Cause
you going India? You going?
Yeah, I don't know. So yes, I'm going. I got to see how far it is from Angie's house. Because if it's like an hour drive, I'll probably just drive. Why invest in a hotel if I can drive? You know what I'm saying?
After the
night,
all right. Because you can ride up with me and Tina, and me, you and Tina, and Angie, right? We won't go.
Yep.
He did the little. Hold on. He did the little.
He don't be doing that shit. She gonna replay. She gonna be like, why she have to double check my name though? Listen, Angie's Puerto Rican. She will cut me. Okay.
She's gonna cut you first for even having this conversation.
She chocolate Puerto Rican though. That's a whole different level.
Yeah,
she chocolate Puerto Rican
for even having this.
That chocolate Puerto Rican a little different. You know what I mean? That chocolate Puerto Rican.
He will get me. Okay, I'm good.
He did the glasses.
She Angie is mocha Rican.
Yeah, she is.
Mocha, like chocolate mocha Rican. That's she mocha Rican. Tell her I call her mocha Rican. That's good right there. That's rich. That's some good rich. India gonna be singing the song that it tastes like NJ. Don't
make no sense.
See, I just hooked you up. I just hooked your game up. You've been like, tastes like NJ.
The game was already tight. You threw all the dirt on the game. The game was cool until you said something. There was nothing wrong with the game.
I'm about to make that. Like NJ, you need to put that on the trigger. That's hot. See, I done hooked you up. I'm a creative, dag. I'm creative.
Look at James. Why? Look at he's so stupid.
Look, Jillian, you sing that for like me and Jillian gonna record it. We're gonna record it for you. We're gonna record it for you.
I can't do it no more.
Did we lose Steve again?
Steve threw. He threw. He
got that good internet. He got that good internet.
I think he made the switch on over to Fujitsu or something, because I don't know. I'm not sure if he running Sony anymore. We
instead of Comcast, he got won't last.
Yeah.
Instead of Comcast, he got won't last.
Good God Almighty, bruh. It's all in love. We laughing at you, not with you. We laughing.
That's it.
Your internet was toe up, and then you running that Pentax camera or whatever, old school 35 millimeter. I said Pentax. I ain't said that in like 30 years. Good Lord, do they still make that?
Right, Pentax. What is that? What's happening?
That's where I started.
Oh Lord, you messing up.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
All right, India. So India, like NJ.
Jill, come on the screen so you can bring in the chords. We need that alto, right? She can bring in that alto. System issue. Steve had a system issue. Okay.
I'm
on. Oh, please, let me get rid
of
this.
Sing it, India. Say NJ.
Come here, girl.
Yeah, that's it right there. That's a good one right there. I like the way you talk.
Hey, Blackman gonna call
like
us.
The way you walk.
Cameo gonna call us and be like, "Hey,
the
man,
way you ride your bike."
Can't do that.
NJ. Boom.
Yeah, man.
Ow!
Brother Blackman gonna call us and say, "Man, you can't deface my song like that. You can't do that.
Oh my goodness.
You can't do that."
I'm gonna have her watch this. She's gonna be like, "What were you doing last night? What is happening right now?"
That's pretty much. She's gonna be like, "What in the world?"
Right. What?
Oh man.
She's gonna be
She
like,
knows
who you hang? You can't hang with. You know what?
We just gonna blame it on James.
You gonna have
we was on James' show.
You know what I'm saying?
That's how we gonna do it.
You can't roll with these folks no more. That's what she gonna be like.
Look, see, David Hunt got it. Mocha Rican. That's it right there.
Mocha Rican. Mocha Rican. I'm gonna call her that tomorrow. She's gonna be like, "What? Excuse me? What are you talking about?"
One more again, they're gonna be some furniture moving. She's gonna like that.
So my uncle, he married my aunt. Both of them passed away and young too, but they met in the service. My aunt Ada, she's Puerto Rican, and my uncle Leroy, he's African American like me, but them two together was like Mocha Rican. Right there. I mean, that was it. That's a combination right there. See, I done made up that term. Y'all pay me for that terminology. That's it. I made that hashtag.
Send him a little cash app. I keep messing with cash app. Ever since Fox told me, he don't mess with him. I keep talking about cash. I don't even use cash app. Lord have mercy. I'm gonna send you buy me a coffee.
They gonna be out. Somebody gonna look at me like, "Dang, she got her a Mocha Rican." They gonna be giving India props. They be like, "Okay, I see you got Mocha Rican right there."
I'm gonna call Sylvia up and say, "Hey, can you make us a shirt? Just make 2 shirts."
Man,
we just want 2 shirts.
She love Angie, so she will make it.
We will pay for whatever. Just bake us 2 shirts and say Mocha Rican.
Yo, if I go up to Boston, I'm bringing my siphon and I'm gonna have cream and coffee, and I'm gonna call it an India Angie.
Mocha Rican. The Mocha Rican. Mira, mami, ven aquí. Mocha Rican.
They be like, people gonna be drinking. They be like, "Give me an India Angie." He like, "What's that?" It's black. Black coffee with cream. That's what it is. I think I'm acting crazy because Jillian showed up. That's what happened when Jillian's around. That's it. That's the problem. I blame it on Jill. I blame it on Jill.
Jill, you got the keys to the front door. Come on through if you want to. We warn you that it's been nothing but debauchery for the past couple hours. It has been.
That's her vibe. I should give Jillian this mic because she do yellow, don't she? Don't she do yellow? And then I give me a reason to go get another joint.
See, there you go.
There you go. There you
go. They say I'm crazy. The way you got me open, baby. Ooh, ooh, ooh. They say I'm bugging because I like Angie in my fans. Ooh. They all sit and wonder why I went to Pittsburgh.
What is happening?
She said, I'm done. Yo, Jay, she said that with passion. She was like, that issue was over.
Yeah. You ever seen the Obama meme, right? Where he's doing like this?
You stupid.
My bad, I don't know where this went. That's why we're gonna leave the plane to David Hunt.
So yeah, we got to leave because okay. India, take us home. I'm not gonna even ask Keith to take us home. I'm gonna ask you to bring us down. Everybody, seat backs and tray tables in your upright position.
That's good. You said leave the seat, tray tables, upright position.
Cage, appreciate you for joining. Hopefully you were here for the whole thing. If not, you got to rewind and watch this because we gonna go ahead and bring this.
Not the whole thing though. Not the whole thing.
No. Not the whole thing.
All right, so everybody gonna meet up in Boston, in Massachusetts in October. Yeah. We gonna do what we need to do. We gonna have some some Mocha Ricans. We gonna eat, drink, be merry.
Yes.
So somebody got to take the action item.
Is Jen coming? Jen coming with you?
Yeah, she come. Listen.
Oh, me and Tina, we up there.
I can show you the spreadsheet. So she didn't took over. She didn't took over. The whole weekend is playing. But it's very coordinated. She gonna run in this room and she gonna slap me in the head. So I better watch what I say. I appreciate the spreadsheet.
Right. But I got to get them dates together because me and India going to B&H on the way back.
Let's
I'll go with you. I'm down.
I'll go with you. I don't need that, but I'll buy something.
We're gonna go pocket full of money or broke. Either way.
Yeah. All right, because I'm gonna give me a full frame.
Come out broke. Probably that's more like
right. Listen,
that's what it's like. Last time what happened?
Yeah, I'm gonna get a full frame, and October is birthday month, so I'm gonna justify it that way. So yeah.
You getting a full frame camera? What you getting?
Yeah. Well, it depends on what's hot at that moment. It'll be either the 5 or the 3.
No, you know what they're gonna be due for? A S, probably a S version is probably gonna be next.
Okay. So that's the plan. So I'll either get the FX3 or the A7, the one you got, the R5. Yeah.
R5. So
speaking
R5
into existence. I'm speaking into existence. Lord, touch me, Lord. Drop some.
It's gonna be an S. Watch.
I'm looking at you, Lord.
Sony's due for the S. They do for the S.
Yeah.
It'll be an S5, and then it'll be a 5, because the R comes out, then you go S, and then you go the in between, the hybrid.
We'll see. October. I'm gonna have $20 in my pocket, and I'm gonna see if they're gonna let me put it on layaway.
Okay.
India don't know about layaway. She don't know about the blue light special.
I know about layaway.
You know what's good about B&H? B&H, honestly, the good thing about B&H is the store itself does not allow you to come out broke. I'm gonna tell you why. Either you come out broke because you went in there to spend it, but if you don't know what you're gonna spend on, B&H is so dope because you like, damn, I can touch a Nana case, like, and you can sort through it, but it makes you think so much that you kind of like, I'm gonna go home and think it over. But you know exactly what you're gonna get because you touched it.
Yeah, that's good.
You know what I'm saying? Because when I first went there, I was just like, oh, this is gonna be it. But I had already intended to buy a couple of things, and that's the only reason I bought. But if you kind of like, I'm gonna go see, you actually are good because the advantage of having a store like that is you see so much that your mind is jacked up, and you kind of like, I like the Nanlite and the Godox, so you got to think it over. I mean, you got to go out, take a run,
whatever, right?
or you do have time to think. That's the key to B&H. It does give you a chance to think. That's the reason why you want to go to the store.
Mess around and have a field trip out there. That's what we gonna do. So, action, who's gonna coordinate having these streams from now on? I mean, who's gonna take that action on? Because that was a good idea that you had.
You just let people jump in.
I know. I just threw that out there. I don't know. Again, I'm trying to bring it back to something. I don't know, right? We have folks that will listen. What was my man? He hold on. David Harvey went to the mess with AAA. 2 hours later, we still on. Kevin Cox, had something to do 4 hours ago, and we still. Lord have mercy. What we gonna do?
Wait a minute. Is Kasha? Am I pronouncing that right? Do you see it in the comment section with the fire?
Yeah.
Listen. Do you know who that is? Do y'all know who that is?
Tell us.
He's been in the community.
Let me tell you. Yeah, but let me tell you something. He's quietly one of the dopest like people out there. Music, single, like I'm still trying to dig in. He's got a whole thing with TikTok where it's like somebody goes and falls down like on purpose. And then when everybody go to pick them up, they start doing the wine joint. It's a whole like hashtag and blog on that stuff. Like just people of all nationalities been doing it. I'm talking from Japan to Australia, the whole nine. He's kind of really a slept on cat, for real. Like, just I'm like, dude, you large, like for real.
From Zaire, I'm just born in 74. I just did a little search here. I can go a little deeper. I got some tools.
Don't let him fool y'all. Y'all look him up on YouTube. He got followers. Okay. Instagram, he got followers. Deep, but quiet. And I think us e-cameras inspired him. Like he was like, y'all lighting this stuff is dope.
He's been around from the beginning. He's been around I remember seeing him, like I said, on the streams from 2 years ago. But he's definitely one of those that comes in on the, you know.
Okay. Hey, bro. Hey. Kick all these folks
off. You looked at his stuff?
Let me put the business hat on. We can talk about some inquiries.
No.
Let me get you on the broadcast calendar. That's dope. Okay.
Let me tell you what's crazy about him, though. Straight down to earth, brother, but like big. Because I was like, he was just like, yo, I like your light and stuff like this, whatever. And I mean, and he's brother. Like, I'm not busting on him, but I'm telling you, he'll go live and be dark. It'll be dark, and you literally see like a small light over here. But I'm like, it's a ton of people watching you, like, and we over in the e-cam community, like, oh, India, your light, and Keith, your background, James, your camera stuff. Yo, he on that joint with some shades on, chilling, talking, and they all in there. I'm talking like thousands of people was up on that joint. So he's a perfect example of you don't have to cross all your T's and dot your I's.
That's it. Just do it.
Just
do it.
Get on there. Just get on there and go. Because I'm like 20 steps ahead.
There you go.
Look at that. I'm just like, and he be popping up, and I'm like, oh, we friends on Instagram. Like, I know this guy, and it's like, yo, he playing certain things, and I'm just like, and he was humble enough to just be like, yo, your stream is dope. It's lit, and I'm looking like, look at you, John. I'm like, all these people.
Look at you.
You got thousands. Like, you was some Tom Buck type stuff. Like,
you officially got check marks.
I'm like, what, man? Yeah,
love
yeah. And it's single. Everybody was playing it. I was trying to learn how to play it. David Hunt will probably learn how to play it. It's some single he had out that I was just like, I didn't know if it was new, old, whatever. It just kept coming up on my Instagram, and I'm seeing different nationalities coming in. It's the funniest thing, though. They literally walk. They walk. Somebody will videotape, and they'll walk in the room, and then they'll act like they falling. Like, ooh. So like 3 or 4 people come around to pick them up, and when they pick you up, you do like a little like wine dance or something like that, and it's like a funny TikTok thing. It's blown the heck up. It's crazy. It's crazy.
That's dope.
Thanks, Luke. Thanks, Luke. I see you.
Yeah, Luke coming through, talking about the stream is dope. Love it right there. So Kasha, yeah, he got a whole bunch of stuff. We'll put the links in there too. That's a dope landing page too. Okay. Man.
Yeah, see? So
see, we hadn't been on here for 8 hours.
Guy.
We wouldn't have.
Right.
So if he pops up when you join, and I want to pronounce it right, Keisha, like check out my folks, man, India and James. Like if y'all live, if he didn't subscribe to y'all page yet, I'm telling him like subscribe to their joins and if y'all see him, send him a link. Send him a link. He got it set up, and like I said, he'll be on that joint with a dark side or whatever, and I'm just like, that's fire. Like it's like, like, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's my guy, man.
Cool, I love it.
That's my guy.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Oh yeah, look at he. Oh yeah, he got a plaque.
Like this.
Yeah, he got his plaque.
Yeah,
so
see that? You know what I mean?
Yeah, he got something on the wall, so that's all good. You guys, no man, we listen.
No, we're not gonna do the Energizer Bunny.
No, we through. We through, right?
Right.
I ain't had nothing except
it's about to be 12 o'clock. Are you kidding me?
It's tomorrow. You see, I'm done with y'all.
Word
even already said that he got internet problems, but I told him to stop messing with that AOL.
He just disappeared. He just left.
He's dialing up like
just broke out. I'm like, brother, come on. You're not gonna say bye. You that dude at the house at the party, right? Just take something out the bathroom and just leave.
Just leave. That's it. That's it.
But wait, he left. Did he text you and say where he went?
He just gone.
He
sent me a text that just said system issues. So what that means is, he using that Netscape browser from again. I'm flashing back. He using that old BBS CompuServe.
Oh God.
That's what he on. He on CompuServe.
CompuServe. India does not know what that is.
I don't know about CompuServe. You better get out of here.
CompuServe?
Over there rocking MySpace. Yeah,
I know that.
Yeah.
Man, listen.
Who was that other one? All right, y'all good? Listen, this was dope. Appreciate y'all. We made it happen.
Yes.
I don't know what we did, but we made it happen.
We did make it happen. We just
I'm gonna find. We gonna do this again, and I'll make sure that I build out so that whoever pops in because I wasn't ready for this, but it just happened and it worked out. Mr.
India
Elgato,
about to get jacked up. I'm a straight treat like a young buck.
You should better stop talking. It's your fault.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, because there's gonna be a conversation, and it's your fault. It's your fault.
Because I'm trying to do some more downtown pictures, and I'll be like,
she don't want
India,
no
what you doing? I'm gonna get her.
Too late.
I'm gonna get her.
After,
she gonna get out there.
I'm gonna get my haircut. No, my haircut is scheduled for May 11th. Probably June, because I'm gonna be mostly in Connecticut throughout May because it's Angie's birthday. We going to Montreal at the end of the month. I'm excited.
What camera you taking?
Probably my GoPro and probably the ZV-E10 if I take it. But she be getting tight if I want to take too much pictures. She'd be like, "Be present." Be present, honey.
Oh yeah, I got you. I feel it. You gotta learn how to fight through that. You mean you gotta learn how to navigate through that and be like, go ahead with your pretty self. Right there.
But because it's your birthday weekend,
you gotta know how to size them up. Like
that's why I said the GoPro, because I have it small out of the way. But yeah.
James, James.
Yeah.
James.
Didn't do it.
Give me 30 seconds. Listen. So I'm gonna say something what India just said there, and I'm messing with her. I'm a challenger.
Go ahead.
Let's think real quick. ZV-1 comes out, the new joint, right? And you got Chris Burst or whoever, like different people, or the people that got their hands on it, and then you got everybody chit chat. First problem we know is the sucker costs $2,100, so that the chatter's real low on that, right? Because it's not a ZVE11 that costs the same amount. So everybody quiet, right? Ain't nobody got $2,100 to put something on their desk. But here's the problem. So I now have built myself around everywhere I go, my full frame goes with me. Period. I'm about to get rid of my GoPro. I'm gonna tell you why. But it's not for you, India, because you're not into photography. But once you get into photography, you ain't using a GoPro. Because you like, I am not going to Montreal without a Sigma 16 millimeter 30 or something on the APS-C. Or if I got a full frame, I'm going with my kit because you want quality pictures. You don't want to argue, oh, my 360 and GoPro is just as good and my iPhone is just as good.
If I think it's going to be the ZVE10, you know what I'm saying?
Here's what your big brother about to tell you. You take that camera with you. You spent too much money on that gear and you don't leave that home going to Montreal. The heck with it. Take that sucker with you. That's what I'm saying. And I'm saying this because what I learned was I watch some people, they go at whatever something new is out, and I'm like, you know who's really using those action cams? People who do action. People that don't do action. You're not jumping off a mountain on a mountain bike. You're not diving deep in the water where you need a waterproof camera or something. It's like, yo, this is relationship, right? You want to get that quality. You know what I regret now? I got some dope pictures that I'm like, damn, I took them on my phone, or I took them with my GoPro, or I took them with an action camera or something. I'm like, dang, if I had my APS-C or full frame, I'm regretting it now. I'm literally regretting it now because I'm like, damn, think about video. Yes, you can do video on your phone, but people who got ZVE10s,
I usually bring two. So in the summertime, I bring the GoPro because GoPro's amazing with clear lighting. Lighting. So I usually in the summertime I'll have it because I can put it in my pocket. But on the bag
and
you gave me, and
stuff.
Exactly. But on my bags,
I get why you got a GoPro. I'm just encouraging you to take the APS-C with you. Like build around taking the big boy because you can, or like you know your why for the GoPro or any other action cam. You know your why. You can throw it on the snap mount, throw it on the car, laugh while you riding, or you like, oh, we getting in the water. Well, of course you're not taking your ZVE10, right? So jump in the water, you can swim with the sucker on, got it. But when you go back to the hotel room, change and stuff, you ain't sitting around talking about cheese with a GoPro. You got a prime lens. You know what I'm saying? You got
No, I got yeah.
I mean, but you know, India
now with a GoPro.
Not that you did it, but I want to save you from the mistakes that I regretted. So like James, I blame James, and Tina knows that. I threw him under the bus. He put me up on that Wander bag. That's the best bag ever. Best bag ever. Because it encourages you. The reason why I got 5 bags is because I don't want no excuse. The reason why I got a bunch of lenses, because I don't want no excuse to not have my freaking camera when I'm all the way up on the Empire State Building. Like I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not doing them little small. No, you want that quality because this is what we do. You know, this is what we do. Think about remote. The reason why, look at James, like he said, the new mic that came out. Well, he can use any mic. We can use the little clip-on Rode mic to stream when you go away. But why do we get an MV7? Because it's quality that we trying to match. Why do we take our camera with us and not argue, oh, Elgato got an HD camera. That's a USB joint. It's not the same thing.
Right, exactly. It's not the same. Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, it ain't the same. So like, I'm like, I ain't letting people fool me. Girl, you get that mocha Rican.
Back to that mocha, boy.
On quality lens. You hear what I said? And so the excuse is you blame me. Be like, blame me. So she say, you need to be in the moment. Be like, well, you know, my big bro, he said, I want y'all to take a nice picture with the thing. You know, that's how you do it.
I got you. Yeah. No, I usually take both, but you know.
Take it. Do not leave that home.
My God.
Word of the night. What's your use case? Go ahead, David.
David Hunt, and he asking for the Wander. There it is, WANDRD. I just put a link in the Amazon store. I don't know if they even have everything that Wandered has in the Amazon store. They may not have the Provoke 41 liter like I got, but start there. Because KP got all the slings. He got all the slings. Lord have mercy. Yeah. You need to have some stock in the company.
I got that light. That light is banging. Thank you, James.
I'm looking at the light now. That's the one with the roll up. I'm looking at that now. I like how they got it packed with the tripod and stuff.
Let me tell you. Look at that. That's all James.
Come on.
That's James. That's James Hicks' fault.
That's it right there, boy.
James, I blame James. Yep.
That orange is hot. I wanted the blue, but they don't have the blue in the 41 and the big one, so I had to get the black. But that orange is hot.
I blame
Come on. Let's buy it right now. Wait, you?
What? You getting it?
Yeah, she buying it right now. We gonna open.
I'm looking. I don't know if I'm buying. I gotta do some research, but
I'll use your. We gonna spend your money.
You know what? James? Me and India will probably say the same exact thing. So India, if you were to get that Wander bag right now, the first thing that you'll probably notice and say, I love it, but the thing that I like about the Peak design, so with the Peak design, you can come around here and come off either side.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You can't do that with the Provoke. You can't do that. You literally can only come out one side and it's a little tight. So you can't put the same exact thing you put in the Peak design. That's the one thing I don't like about it, but everything else about it is like fire. So that would be one of those, like David said, use case where I wouldn't be surprised if India's like, yo, I got it, but you know what I don't like about it? And he's like, oh, okay, all right, I get it. Like, I would be curious to see how India uses it. And then India, you one of them type people where it's like, you could be like me, you keep both and you'll know why you pick which one up for what reason. Yeah. You'll love the slings though.
I'm gonna check it out. I like off topic, but since we just talking about just random shit, I think I don't know if I told Keith, but I really haven't told the community. I booked a cycling trip to Jamaica in November.
Come on now.
I'm mad at you. I like this.
Wait, it's with the company. It's called Cycle Jamaica, and I'm going by myself. The trip is there's a whole bunch of people cyclists, but they put it there's a cycling group for women called Pedal Posse out here in Philly, and they posted it. Listen, I booked a junior suite by myself.
Come on.
The event is from the 4th to the 6th in Jamaica. I extended my stay. I am going from the 1st to the 7th. It's an all-inclusive resort. I am taking my bike because you can rent a bike. I said, nah, I'm taking my bike because you know how it is. Cyclists.
I got you.
You can't, especially to go to Jamaica. If I'm going to Jamaica to cycle, I'm not renting a bike where the saddle don't fit me. Where if I'm not, I'm renting so I gotta pay for cycling luggage. But I'm taking my bike. I extended the trip from the 1st to the 7th. Is all inclusive.
That's cool.
Nice.
In November. I cannot wait. So I'm looking. The reason why I brought it up because I'm like, well, I need a good bag to go to Jamaica too, and I'm gonna be cycling.
Yeah, Jamaica's nice. Jamaica's hot. Yeah.
I'm gonna send you the link. Yeah. And then they get, so it's a whole crew is obviously, and then they get the routes that they do are all police escorted. So obviously there's the SAG.
We was
gonna get into that.
You want that in Jamaica? I'm about to say my neighbor is from Jamaica. He goes there every summer. Matter of fact, he was there when me and Tina went on vacation. Ironically, I look out the bus window and I was like, that might be my guy. And I looked in the Strava app. You know how the Strava app can show where you rode at? It was him.
Yeah. You told me.
He was there. And I was like, are you kidding me? I was like, dude, you down here. But he was like, You down here riding? I said, no, I'm doing the wet. And he was like, yeah, don't go out in these streets without an escort.
I
was like, oh, okay,
man, don't go off the beaten path because them brothers out there, some of them got nothing to lose. And where you from? America? Okay. Let me get all them coins out your. Well, just saying, love the people of the country, but man, so them brothers ain't got nothing to lose. Some of you come up missing. You know,
I'm walking on the side of the road with machetes and stuff. It's like, boy,
for real. So
you don't want to get no flat out there.
We're gonna have that conversation offline, but now we having it. Yeah, hey, let us know when you get through customs and all that. So we gonna put what the air tag. We gonna put an air tag on you.
I got an air tag.
With my bike, I'll just send y'all the stats. I'll invite y'all to find out.
Like, India, take this with you. Take this with you.
We gonna put an air tag on India.
James' air tag will be on your bike. I'm gonna put my air tag on your shoes, your clip-ins, like just to make sure. Right. And then we got to put one around your neck in case they take your shoe off.
Exactly.
A lot of waterfalls over there, so if we see that the air tag's in the water for too long, we're like, cold blue. We didn't Elgato down.
I thought you said you was riding from the grill too. You ain't moved and it's getting dark outside. Like what?
Right. What's happening? You good?
My God.
That's funny.
Yeah. That's all right though. That's pretty cool. I see it right here. All inclusive cycling vacations. God, that's when you win.
I'm excited, man. Yeah,
that's when you win.
Yeah, and then you pay an installment. So I was like, all right, so I pay my little installments every month.
Shouts out, right? Out layaway, Klarna.
That's it. Listen,
you're doing a lot of hills out there though, right?
So I have heard that it is hilly. And then obviously they have A, B, and C. I put myself on B, but you can change your group.
What's the elevation they telling you?
They haven't told us none of this stuff. They haven't told us none of this stuff.
Set your ass up. That elevation, you gonna be on them hills.
I'm worried now.
You better meet me out on that trail for them hills, girl. We're gonna do some Manioc rides to get you ready for Jamaica.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Listen, I was out in Manioc 2 weeks ago, and I was out by Umbria, and I was like, nah, F this. I walked the bike. I got off and walked the bike up the hill.
You gotta do the wall. Come on, you gotta do the wall. I do the wall now. Let's do the wall.
We trained. Man, listen,
wait. Okay, I'm sorry. Before we get off, so India, you had a bad accident on the bike, right?
I did, and that's what that messed up my whole game. That messed up my whole because I tore a ligament, which then took the joint out of its place.
Wow.
On my right because I felt and I was doing so well. I was almost at my goal weight. I was I was doing really, really well, and it just threw my whole physical activity off. And so last year I didn't cycle at all because that happened 2 years ago. I didn't cycle at all. I cycled 4 times, which is nothing for us. And so I didn't cycle at all last year, and I just started 2 weeks ago.
I remember. Again. So your boy's leaving out the house, and I showed you my 3 bikes, right? So luckily I'm on the cross bike, and me and you know this. I'm on the tubeless. Thank God. I'm on tubeless, right? The 38 inches. I'm riding down Phoenixville, and I come out the street to go over on the sidewalk because traffic's heavy over here. This lady decides to turn into a driveway, but she jumps in front of me and she just stops. So I'm from here. Yo, brake, somersault in the air. I'm talking symphony. I'm airborne. Do 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 do. I land on the front of her car. Bow!
No.
My phone comes out. My phone's lodged in her windshield, right? In her windshield between the blade, the windshield wiper and the thing. I don't know this, right? I got my Apple Watch on, but I land on my feet after rolling off the car. And I'm like, yo. And she's like, I'm so sorry. And everybody's like, the people are like, I folk up in Phoenix where they're like, oh my God, what were you thinking, ma'am? You just cut him off. And they're like, they're arguing with her. And I'm like sitting there like, is anything broke? Do I have a concussion? I'm stuck. Then I'm like looking at the bike. As hurt as you are, you're looking at the bike like, damn it.
You're looking at the bike.
My carbon fiber is.
Did it snap? When you checking the wheels, you checking everything. Like, oh.
James, you could be bleeding from your side, but you looking at the bike like, oh, thank God, my carbon fiber rims ain't cracked.
It ain't bent.
I mean, it could be blood falling everywhere. You looking at the bike like, please be all right.
Man, listen, that is the truth.
I straightened the thing out, and everybody's like, are you okay? And I'm like, I'm looking at the bike like, oh, I'm checking the brake, make sure the bike still roll and the gear work. Because you kind of in shock. So the ladies like, I'm sitting there like, yo, I got the video where I showed the car. I put a dent in her car. That's how hard I hit her. So I hurt my wrist here and my knee. So long story short, I ride to the bike shop and get air because it knocked a little pressure out of there, got air, went back home. Then I'm like, where's my phone at? So I look at the watch, and the watch is like, your phone is down in Phoenixville. I go there and I locate the phone, and the phone is on her windshield in there, and she's somewhere else. Yeah. I get the phone and come back home, and I'm just like, my knee was hurt. Like,
that sounds rough. Nah, that's
so be careful because
it's no joke. Yeah, it is a dangerous sport.
Wear your helmet. Put on an air tag when you're in Jamaica because we're gonna be making sure that you not held up for ransom.
Well, put an air tag in your bike anyway. Just put it in the seat post.
No, I got one.
Oh, you got okay. All right, got you.
They got 3D printed tags that you can put where the water bottles are, so it goes in between your thing and the water bottle holder, and then you put the water bottle. So people who don't know, you don't know, because it's behind my water bottle. So as soon as my bike, that bike is $4,000 with everything, probably $5,000 with everything on it between the GPS, the wheels, all of that. I put that on the next day. Okay. Mm-hmm. They tell me when I leave it at Trek, because if it's there, the AirTag alerts you and it says there's an AirTag near you. So at Trek, they're like, listen, your AirTag was going off. I said, good. My AirTag was here. Wow. Good. I know. My bike was here. Listen, I know James don't know this, and we keep saying this. James don't know this. So, all right. So where I live in my part of Philly, so I live closer to the city now where I'm at. And so unfortunately, and I bought my house blind kind of because I didn't know the neighborhood. I always wanted to live in Philadelphia. I love the city of Philadelphia. And so I didn't know nothing about the neighborhood itself. So when I talked to my realtor, I told my realtor my needs, my wants, and that I wanted to be close to where I knew, where the landmarks and stuff like that. She did a great job with the location. I am 10 minutes away from the bridge. I'm 10 minutes away from downtown. The house is what I wanted. My house is beautiful. But I didn't know that, when you're on the wrong side of the tracks, I'm on the wrong side of Aramingo. Like, he's just laughing because he knows it's the damn truth.
It's gentrified, so you good. You'll be good by 2 years.
By 2 years, but not right now. So I'm literally, I'm literally on the wrong side of Aramingo. Like, if you cross on the other side, you cross the street, and you are in a whole other neighborhood. And I be so tight when I walk my dog because I am 4 blocks away from Aramingo. I don't even care. I be looking at the neighborhood like, what? My house?
They're like, Lord, who coming to dinner? And Sydney Portland, like, who coming to dinner?
Right, exactly. There's a crazy. Did we lose Keith?
He fell out. Oh,
what is happening?
What
is happening?
Everybody, see, y'all better get these dummy batteries. Y'all better get these D-tap dummy batteries. That's what it is. Oh my God.
So I'll finish telling you the story. So, and then we can end it. So there is a crazy drug epidemic out here in the next door town. The next door town is called Kensington. Like when I'm talking about rough, the drug is called Trank, and it's horse tranquilizer.
Damn,
and so it puts them, it is, if you look it up, James, like on some real stuff, it is bad, like bad. And if you look up Philly in, if you look up Kensington, Philly, and you look up Trank, you will see how bad it is. Like we're talking about 30 people on the, and that's not an exaggeration, 30 people on the street just keeled over, like passed out, like worse than what probably, I'm going to go on a limb and I'm going to say probably worse than the crack epidemic back in the 80s. Like,
wow,
bad. And so I did 24 miles on Saturday, Sunday. It was great weather. I left my house fairly early, went downtown to like where City Hall is. There's the park out there. And then I had to get back. I leave from my house because, like I said, my house is local. So I leave from my house. So on the way back home, all right, so where there's a Schuylkill River and all the colleges will do like the not rowing, I forgot the name of the boats, but they're the long boats that they do the sport, is the long skinny boats.
Yeah, what's that called? Well, I know what you're talking about. Is that rowing, canoeing? I don't know. Yeah,
it might be rowing. It might be rowing. So there was a rowing competition. So the way for me to get back home was crazy packed because the trail was, everybody was at the rowing competition. I was like, man, I don't want, because then you can't ride because there's so many people. So I'm like, man, I don't want to go back home that way. So I have a bike GPS. I put it on my bike GPS and I say, navigate to home. So it navigates the most direct route.
Right.
Why did it have me go through Kensington?
Lord, I remember went over there with the Trank folks.
Yes. And I was like, ain't this some? And so I'm like, man, listen, I had to be. And so here's the thing. I was going down an incline. So coming from where I'm at, like into my town is a steady, you don't notice it, but on the bike, you notice it, a steady incline going down. I was speeding at 20 miles an hour on the bike to
was moving
through. I was moving. And so, when you cycle, you clip in.
Was puffing and doing.
I was out. I was not clipped in. I had my feet ready to go. I was like, listen, if I gotta, and then I said, and so I bring up this story because we was talking about air tags. And I said, you know what? Because I was worried about getting caught at a red light. Because it's like I said, it's a city. So I have to follow the traffic signs. Like you can't not, So I said, if I get stuck at a red light, like it's either taking the risk and flying through, right? And then doing what happened or getting robbed by one of these Trankies. And I said, you know what? If I get caught at the light and they rob me, I'm going to give up my bike because they only going to get so far because they don't know that the air tag is there. So I'm going to get my bike back. I was stressed out last week. I said, never again.
Lord have mercy. And now you want to go to Jamaica by yourself. You know what? you just asking for it. You just knocking on the door. Here come trouble. Hey, where the Tranks at? Where the go folks with machetes at on the streets of Jamaica? I'm coming. I'm right here by myself. Got all these American dollars in my Lord have mercy.
Right. Anyway,
Mr. Elgato, appreciate you. I don't know what happened to KB. I knowing him, he probably reached over and hit the button on the stream deck again and blew up his own stream. He's done that too. But my friend, you all right. You good people. Listen. I'm rocking my Delgado every day. I told you should have given me the affiliate code, but that red is hot. Okay. All right, my friend. It's after midnight. You'll be good.
You too. Have a safe flight. Talk to y'all later. Bye, y'all.
Peace out. We out.